All right, hello and welcome in here live on on YouTube Live, sending ourselves back to last night. We want to welcome everybody in here to the Miller's Mowing pregame show. If your field isn't game day ready, call Miller's Mowing 607-302-8226. I'd like to welcome in everybody live here on YouTube Live, and now we'd like to welcome in everybody here live on Mixler.com, your home for Elmira Pioneers baseball all season long. Pioneers getting set for another opportunity here tonight, trying to snap a two-game losing streak. It's been a little bit of a difficult road for the Pios thus far this season. We'll see what they can do tonight. Noah Rubino going to come in. He's going to get his third start of the season. Two starts, both of them coming at home, so we'll have to see how he can do, as Rubino has yet to pitch on the road. Hopefully he'll be able to come out and have a strong performance for the Elmira Pioneers. So far, the stat line doesn't lie. Two starts, 11 innings pitched, only giving up 6 hits and 1 run with 7 bases on balls, 13 strikeouts. And he's faced 44 batters in those 2 appearances. Not a bad start if you're the Elmira Pioneers pitching staff, who has really struggled here early. Tonight's lineup does look a little different, as we'll see another brand new face at the top of the batting order, as recent arrival Andrew Sexton from Xavier will step in. He will take over that top spot in the batting order, and he will play right field here tonight. Coming up second, Berg will take the bat again. Nathan Berg moves down just 1 spot, continues to maintain the shortstop position. Then Preston Moore over at third. Mason Ruhlman batting fourth, playing second base. Trey Harmon slides down to the 5th spot in the order. He's playing first tonight. Quinn Buffington has moved up a few spots, batting 6th. He'll be patrolling center field as per usual. Bryce Moskowitz behind the dish tonight, wearing number 14. He did play last night, and I want to apologize out there to everybody who may have watched last night's game. Bryce Moskowitz was wearing number 14, a jersey mishap. Saw the number 26 misplaced, and Bryce Moskowitz came to the dish last night. I do apologize. That one kind of got away from me, got away from everybody who was doing the scorekeeping upstairs. So those stats are being fixed. I do apologize again. Up after Moskowitz is going to be Richardson, Kyle Richardson, who will step in batting as a designated hitter in the 8th spot. And then last but not least, Zach Granger will hit 9th and play left field. So an interesting lineup here for the Pioneers tonight, as everybody still kind of getting their way going, as we'll see how they can most effectively manage themselves here in this game on the road. The first time that the Elmira Pioneers have faced Mohawk Valley this season. Of course, on the other side, starting pitcher tonight will be Sal Fusco, getting just his 2nd start of the season. He is 0-1. He started 1 game pitch for just 3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs. None of them earned, 4 bases on balls, 5 strikeouts, 2 doubles. So the Pioneers will have a chance to get hitting, as Sal Fusco has not had a good real start to this season. This inning. Wow, already getting into the game, folks, as we're here on the Miller's Mowing pregame show. Want to thank once again our great supporters over there at Miller's Mowing. If your field isn't game day ready, call them today, 607-302-8226. So the lineup for the Diamond Dogs: number 6, Justin Guerrera playing second base. Number 7, Jacob Josie playing shortstop. Number 21, Joseph Carpenter playing first base. Number 20, Ryan Hernandez bats cleanup as the DH. Number 5, Kyle Johnson, the third baseman, will bat 5th. Number 12, Dylan Clock playing right field will bat 6th. Ryan Keenan, number 17, the left fielder, will bat 7th. CJ Rodriguez, number 44, the catcher, will bat 8th. And rounding out will be Owen Wasliger, number 4, the center fielder, batting 9th. Of course, Sal Fusco will be the starting pitcher of note. Before we get down to the Coach's Corner interview, we want to remind everybody the Pioneers are back at home tomorrow night. 7:05 start. You won't want to miss a minute of Pioneers baseball live, as the 2019 season is kicking off and in gear. Make sure you head on down to historic Dunn Field and check out a great night of action. We'll be right back. You're going to head down to Coach's Corner and hear from head coach Matt Birch. All right, and with that, we are back. And two ceremonial first pitches. What an interesting start to the game as the Pioneers getting set to lead things off. We'll see what they can do here. Want to remind everybody you are listening to the Miller's Mowing pregame show. If your field isn't game day ready, call Miller's Mowing 607 302 8226. And now we're going to hear the claim of play ball. And of course, we'll be talking a lot tonight about some interesting factoids. Andrew Sexton, who came into the game last night, the at bat was given credit, I believe, to Stephen Rossi. So he is 1 for 1. He's batting 1,000. You can't ask for a better start off to a season than that. But we'll talk a little bit about what he's done over his previous tenure. Sexton, a 5'11", 175-pound junior outfielder from Xavier. He's got a .980 career fielding percentage at Xavier, and that has been more than impressive. But after a short season in his freshman year, he's played 45 as a sophomore and led the team with a .429 on-base percentage. Sexton was a Cincinnati Enquirer first-team All-City pick in 2016 and a two-time Cincinnati Enquirer honorable mention All-City pick, as well as being named first-team All-GCL South as a senior. So he's coming in with quite a list of accolades on his resume. We'll see what he can do for the Pioneers this season. The Pioneers coming in certainly looking to get the ball rolling, have not yet found a way to come to victory on the road, and that will be the onus on them tonight as Sal Fusco makes his remainder of his warm-up pitches before we get underway. So one last time, this is the Miller's Mowing pregame show. 2 pitches left in the warm-up tosses, according to the home plate umpire, as now the Pioneers will get set and ready to bat here in the top of the first. As I said, the road not been a friendly place for the Pioneers this season. 0 for the road thus far, looking to break that here before, of course, they head back to Dunfield tomorrow night. Going to be a big night for the Pioneers, and it always is at historic Dunfield. Make sure you get down and check out what they have down at Dunfield. Of course, it's always a list of fun events, and you won't want to miss a moment of it. So Sexton steps into the plate here. His first at bat as a starter. First time since joining the team just yesterday. As he waits the first pitch from Fusco. Fusco comes set. He winds and deals. And check swing, and they call it strike one. 0-1. So Sexton will step back in. The first position, always a difficult one. As that one in there for strike again, 0-2. You haven't seen a ton as the first batter in the lineup hasn't had a chance to really get in and see what the pitcher's dealing, as the third pitch coming in, fouled back, and that one goes back against the fence. So Diamond Dogs looking to get up to a quick save for all of you tuning in on YouTube Live today, as the windup and the pitch. High ball. So, Pioneers really looking to get off here. See what Sexton can do. As I said, he went 1 for a pitch hit appearance last night. Fusco comes as now Sexton will come back into the batting box. Sexton waits the windup, and in there, Sexton will go down on strikes, looking in his first appearance. So that will bring up Berg. Berg coming up as a second batter. He led off last night. 4 for 15 on the season, good for 267 as he steps in from the right-hand side of the plate. The wind, the deal, and in there for a strike. So very quick work here by Fusco. Fusco stands on the mound. He winds, deals, and in there for another strike. 0-2 the count. Very quick work here for the Mohawk Valley pitcher. Fusco coming set. He winds and deals again. That one swung on and missed. So 2 up, 2 down on strikeouts. That brings up Preston Moore. Moore, who comes up, he has started off the season very well. 8 hits and 25 at bats, batting .320. As now Moore waits. The windup, the pitch, in there for a strike. So really finding the plate here is Sal Fusco. We talked about his stats a little bit earlier. Certainly got blew up in his first appearance this year. That one low, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. See how the Pioneers can do. The couple hits Fusco did give up back in that first appearance were doubles, so they'll wind up the pitch and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pioneers trying to get something started here in the top of the first. Not an inning that the Pioneers have had a lot of luck in this season, as that one is high again. Ball 3, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Moore looking to get on base here any way he can. Interesting sound effects being played in the stadium here after every single pitch. The wind, the pitch. This one connected on by Moore. Gonna get out there to right as this still goes back and caught. So a long loud out there, but that does it for the first half of the first. When we come back, Noah Rubino will be out in the field. We'll see what he can do as you're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so with that, we are back, and that will bring up the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs, as that brings up Justin Guerrera. Guerrera, who has been a leadoff batter 5 times this year, has yet to get a hit as a leadoff batter. As a matter of fact, as I'm looking at the stat line, no base on balls, so no appearance on first base as of yet. As now, Diamond Dogs will head to the plate. As I said, Guerrera just has not done well as a leadoff hitter, so we'll see what he can do here. As the Diamond Dogs dugout, almost kitty corner to me right now. A lot of them sitting outside the dugout, as the dugout is a little submerged, unlike the visiting side dugout. As this will be the throwdown pitch for Rubino. We talked a lot about Rubino's first 2 starts. Quality starts. The last one blown for him by the bullpen, unfortunately, as he was just unable to keep the victory. Certainly would love a chance to get one here tonight, as he has had 2 performances tonight that have not tonight, excuse me, folks. Tripping over my own words there. He's had 2 performances this season that have just been phenomenal, and hopefully he can continue that. So, Guerrera coming in. Guerrera, as I said, 0 for 5 as a leadoff hitter. No base on balls. He has yet to reach base as a leadoff batter. So we'll see what he can do here. As Rubino comes set on the mound. He looks in. And once again, Rubino will get the sign. Start his windup. And the pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. So Rubino coming set again. He does like to work all around the zone. Hasn't really had a very pinpointed point that he goes after guys, but 2 very successful starts in his first 2 starts, as that one swung on for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guerrera, again, not the strongest leadoff batter, but we'll see as the season continues to roll on. Numbers definitely do change in baseball every day. As now, Rubino winds, deals. This one popped up, and that one's going to get foul, as that'll put the count 1-2. The Dogs got through a very quick top of the first. The Pioneers would love to echo that. As now we sit directly by the dugout here. As once again, Rubino winds and deals. Big swinging strike. Rubino gets his first strikeout of the game. So that'll bring up Jacob Josie, the shortstop. Josie this season, he comes in and, of according to this, I don't have an at bat. So, Josie comes in for what will apparently be his first at bat. As Rubino comes set, winds, delivers. This one popped up towards the first base side and will get over the fence. 0-1 the count. 1 strike, 1 out. As now Rubino heads back to the hill. As looking in, Josie comes set. Rubino getting himself ready on the mound. Looks in for the sign, has one he likes, winds, and deals. In there for a strike, 0-2 the count. Rubino moving very quickly. So Rubino again wearing that number 35, reminiscent of Justin Verlander. As now he comes set, winds, and deals. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the first. As I've said, Elmira very quickly retired in the top of the first, just 3 batters, as they will hope to replicate that here in the bottom half. Rubino winding and dealing. That one a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Rubino heads back looking for that strikeout pitch. He's found it once. Will hope to do it again. Had Guerrero way out in front. As Josie waits, the pitch in there and is punched out looking. So Rubino 2 straight strikeouts. So very similar top and bottom of that for the first. As now Joseph Carpenter, the first baseman, heads to the plate. Carpenter, he's had 9 hits in 32 at-bats, 281 batting average. And Carpenter does have 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run on the season for 6 RBIs already. So certainly a dangerous batter. That one in there for a strike from Rubino. 0-1 the count. As Rubino looks in for the sign, has one he likes, winds and deals. Little high, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. So Rubino coming back set, shakes off his catcher. Now he's got what he likes. Winds, delivers, and low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, as I was saying, Carpenter, a dangerous hitter, certainly has shown signs of power this season already. Rubino winds and deals, fouled back, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that brings us our first Tioga Downs showdown of the night. Tioga Downs, don't forget, you can be an all-star too. Head on down and see Smash Mouth this summer live at Tioga Downs. Rubino coming set, he winds and delivers, fouled back, and that will hit the backstop and into the picnic area up above the first base dugout. As once again, Rubino looking in. He waits. The pitch is hit towards first, hits off of Trey Harmon. Rubino running over to cover, and he will tag first base, and that will do it. So exact replica inning, 0 for 1s down the top 3 on each side. And when the Pioneers come back to bat, Ruhlman, Trey Harmon, Quinn Buffington will be up. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixlr.com. All right, and we are back here live as the second inning about to get underway. Second batter will be Mason Ruhlman. Ruhlman, who has a 273 batting average. He is 9 for 33 on the season as a leadoff batter. However, we'll take a look here. He is 1 for 9, batting a .111, and has a base on balls. So we'll see what he can do here. Ruhlman stepping in. As once again, Fusco had a very quick top of the first. He'll step off. Gets back on the rubber and looks in for the sign. Ruhlman, a second-year player here in Elmira. Waiting, takes that one, ball one. One ball, no strikes. As now, once again, Ruhlman stepping back into the box. We'll see the windup and the pitch delivered and in there for a strike. So Ruhlman, junior infielder from University of Minnesota Crookston, by way of Algonac, Michigan. The windup, the pitch, bounces in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. So last year, Ruhlman batted .306, 2 home runs, 3 doubles, had a .976 fielding percentage. Certainly would love to see numbers like that again. As he comes set. The play. In big swing there from Ruhlman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. As Ruhlman trying to be the first hit in the ball game. Both sides blanked in the first inning. So Ruhlman comes set. That one in there, and Ruhlman will go down on strikes looking. That'll bring up Trey Harmon. So Harmon heads up, the first baseman, the number 4 first baseman in the country. As he comes up, the University of Kentucky prospect from Somerset, Kentucky. Harmon batting .318 this season, 7 hits and 22 at-bats. That one bounces up, 1 ball. The other thing of note for Trey Harmon is he's already had 9 base on balls this season. So the pitcher's either really not wanting to throw to him or just a very cautious eye up at the plate. Harmon comes set. Pitcher deals, and that one is by him and all the way to the backstop. So a little less control here in this second outing. As now 2 balls, no strikes. Harmon gets back into the box. Looks out as Fusco steps back on the rubber. Gets the sign from his catcher, winds and deals. And 3-0 the count. So Harmon trying to add to that base on balls total. As I said, 9 already on the season. Also been hit by a pitch one time. That one's in there for a strike on the 3-0 count. So we'll see what Fusco decides to go with here. Harmon waiting in the box. The windup, the pitch, and connected by Harmon right back through the center towards the shortstop. Harmon trying to get there, and that is going to catch him. So 0 for 1 goes Harmon, as just couldn't beat out that ground ball to the shortstop. That brings up Quinn Buffington. Buffington, the freshman outfielder from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. He comes up batting .226, 7 hits and 31 at-bats. Does have 3 RBIs on the season. Steps in the box, waiting. The windup and the pitch in there for a strike. 0-1, quick. Buffington stepping back in, very speedy, playing center field here again today. The windup and the pitch high there. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Buffington wearing 22 as he does on the road. The windup and the pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs on the board. As Fusco trying to work very quickly through 2 innings worth of work here. Neither side has a base runner through 1. As that one will be in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs brings us another Tioga Downs showdown. Don't forget to check out the brand new hotel down at Tioga Downs, just a few minutes down Route 86. The windup, the pitch, that one hops in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. As Buffington looks, trying to be the first base runner of the game. Walk, a hit, either way, put you on first base. So we'll see what Buffington can do here. Fusco comes set, winds and deals. That one is high, ball 4. Buffington will head down to first base. And that will bring up Bryce Moskowitz. Moskowitz this season batting 1 for 15 and 067 as the batting average. And we'll see, as far as with runners on base, Moskowitz is batting 1 for 9, batting 111 in that situation. So his lone hit coming with runners on base. We'll see if he can crank that up right here. Moskowitz steps in. Pitcher Fusco checking his runner. First time having to work out of the stretch. He winds, he deals, and Moskowitz went. So they're going to call that strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Moskowitz looking down, getting the sign from his third base coach. He steps back into the box. Waits as Fusco comes set. The windup and the pitch, and low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Buffington remains on first base. Moskowitz continues to get the sign. As now he steps back into the batter's box, looking down at Fusco here. Fusco winds and delivers, and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Runner on first. As now Fusco looking in for the sign. Checking the runner at first. Buffington over there. He is off, and that one is low. Buffington trying to make it there, and he's in there safe. So a stolen base for Quinn Buffington on a 3 ball, 1 strike count now. So not a bad start here as the Pioneers, the first one to get a runner on, and now trying to make it count as Moskowitz has the 3-1 count. Adjust that on the scoreboard as a now he's the umpire indicating up to the scoreboard, I believe, as the count still not changed out there. Of course, the 0 not up there for the first inning for the Dogs either. The windup and the pitch, and low, ball 4. So that will send Moskowitz down to first base. Back-to-back bases on balls, and that brings up Kyle Richardson. Richardson, the designated hitter here tonight. He is batting a .143, 2 hits and 14 attempts. Now he's got a runner in scoring position as well with 2 outs. So creates a different sort of at bat, if you will. Has had that 3 times, yet to register a hit during that, as that is in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. As Richardson, the 8th batter in the lineup, already up here in the second. Pioneers, the first team to get runners on base. That one outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs on the board. Buffington certainly got a little dirty there, getting down to second base with that stolen base. Said it all season long. He certainly got speed. As the pitch coming here. Low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gets back. No, he gets Moskowitz with a quick throw down from the catcher. So moot point as Moskowitz is caught there. And that will end the top half of the second. Pioneers get runners on base but can't do anything with them. We head now to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixlr.com. All right, so as Rubino takes the last of his warm-up pitches, That's going to bring up Ryan Hernandez, the designated hitter, who's batting 8 for 30, 267 on the young season. Hernandez, as a leadoff hitter, 0 for 3 here tonight. Excuse me, not tonight, 0 for 3 on the season as a leadoff hitter. My apologies. No balls, no strikes, no outs as Rubino looks to echo his wonderful work back in the first inning. Here in the bottom of the second. No hits on the board as of yet. The Pioneers with the only base runners, both of them coming off of walks. As now Hernandez steps in. Rubino comes set, winds, and delivers. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. Rubino, a pitcher who really utilizes the whole zone out there. So he gets the sign he wants, comes set, winds, and deals. That one is hammered out there to left field and is going to get down. That will be the first hit of the ball game. As sliding out there was the left fielder, as Granger had a little bit of trouble. Not sure if he hit a wet spot or what that was, but Hernandez goes 1 for 1 on the day with the single. Brings up the third baseman, Kyle Johnson. Johnson this season batting .313. He's 10 for 32. And with runners on base, Johnson sits at 280, having had that opportunity 25 times already. The wind up the pitch, in there for a strike. So 0-1 the count. So the first hit is on the board, that one going to Mohawk Valley. As the Diamond Dogs up here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out. Rubino has the 0-1 count, having to work out the stretch for the first time. That one low, and that will be ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As once again, Rubino checking the runner at first. Hernandez, a large individual, doesn't mean he can't get around and steal a base. That one in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rubino getting set back on the mound. See what Hernandez is doing over there, the designated hitter. Standing on first base. This is Johnson up at the plate. Rubino winds, delivers, and bounces one in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out as Rubino will head back to the hill. Again, this is Rubino's first start not at historic Dunn Field. Both of his previous starts coming back at home in Elmira. As Rubino looks in. Checks the runner over there at first, and now begins his wind, deals in there for a 3rd ball, 3-2. Count has gone full. Once again, Johnson, certainly not an easy out. As I said, .313 batting average. Does have 2 doubles and 2 home runs already on the season, thrown over to first, and just a little bit late. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rubino trying to get the first out of the inning. He continues to keep an eye over there at first base as now he delivers, swinging strike, and he gets Johnson to go down on strikes. So 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Rubino. That'll bring up Dylan Clock. Clock, the player of the week this week. As now, Clock coming up, he is the best batter on the team, .455, 10 hits and 22 at-bats. With runners on base, Clock is batting .500, 5 for 10, has a home run and 7 RBIs. The pitch, low, 1 ball, no strikes. As I've said, Rubino, 3 strikeouts already tonight, giving up the 1 hit to the runner sitting on first base right now. So Clock playing right field. As I've said now, he's the player of the week for the PGCBL. Takes strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Rubino, he's set on the mound, waiting, looking for the sign he wants. Checks the runner at first. Now he comes set. He winds, delivers, and ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Rubino coming set back out there on the mound. Certainly, the Pioneers have gotten their opportunities here as of late, just haven't been able to carry through. Rubino throws strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He has been very effective out there on the mound throughout his first 2 starts. As I said, 2 quality starts in his first 2 appearances for the Pioneers this summer. Certainly was a reason he was on the mound for opening day. As now, once again, will come set. He looks in, winds, and deals. That one will bounce in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So, looking to get the out here with the full count. As he comes back out, Urbino sets himself on the hill, looking in for the sign. Clock waits. The windup, the pitch, in there, swung on and fouled back. So the count remains 3-2. As I almost expected to hear Staying Alive played over these stadium speakers. Been very musically inclined throughout the first 2 innings here. As now Rubino looking in. Comes set, winds, delivers, low, and that will be a walk. So Clock will get on board with a walk. Moves the runner to second base, and Ryan Keenan now coming up. Keenan, who's had 1 at bat, does have a hit. That 1 hit was a single. So Keenan, who was on with runners on base, is 1 for 1. Not a whole lot of numbers to go off of on that. As now Keenan batting from the left-hand side of the plate. Certainly a little bit of a different look. That one thrown in there, popped up here, and shallow infield. Getting there was the shortstop. Now throwing back. This could be a double play. Will be. And the Pioneers get out of the inning as the runners clearly overcommitted. So great playing there. Not such great base running from the Diamond Dogs. Pioneers get a double play on a pop out, as now the Pioneers will come back to the plate. When we come back, that gets Richardson, Granger, and Sexton back up to the plate. And you're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, we are back live here at Veterans Memorial Park as the Pioneers will be coming up to bat here in just one more pitch. That's going to bring up Richardson, who was stranded after Moskowitz was caught at first base. I guess you'd mark that a caught stealing. That's how they have it officially marked. So Richardson comes back to the dish. We talked about it in the last inning. He has gone 2 for 14, a $143 as a hitter. As leading off will certainly be a different one. He's 0 for 2 as a leadoff hitter. Richardson comes on out here. The Pioneers yet to have recorded a hit here in the top of the third. First 2 innings have blazed by very quickly. As now the windup and the pitch in there for a strike. Richardson takes 1 strike. 0-1 the count. Richardson stepping back in. Number 8 hitter in the lineup, designated hitting here today. Takes strike number 2. Thought that one was a little low. Look back at the umpire to make sure that that was a strike. As now with the 0-2 count, Richardson will come set again. Looking out, Fusco winds and deals, swinging strike, and Richardson down on strikes. So Fusco's 4th strikeout of the game, as that brings up Zach Granger. Granger, here this season, has batted 3 for 17, a $176, as he's played 5 games this season so far. Granger steps in, looks out as Fusco winds, delivers, and in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Granger stepping back in the batter's box. He looks. Fusco coming set. He winds and delivers. That one a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another tag down showdown. As Granger getting set here. He waits. The windup and the pitch. And low, but Granger went around. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Granger will step back in. Granger waits. Fusco winds and delivers, and Granger gets his bat on it, but right back to Fusco, who catches it. A save himself catch, and Granger will go down 0 for 1. Certainly got his bat on the ball on that one, and that brings back up Sexton. Sexton 0 for 1, does have a strikeout here tonight. As Sexton heads back to home plate. Again, we've got a 0-0 game here, top of the third, 2 out. The Pioneers still looking for that first base hit. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. So, Andrew Sexton coming set. He waits. The pitch is in. Pop back up towards foul territory, right back towards me, and over my head, back towards the fence. And that leads us to remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As you heard, that one foul off. As now Sexton 0-2 the count. He waits. The windup and the pitch. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So again, Sexton waiting. The windup here from Fusco. The delivery is low again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another tag-down showdown. Sexton steps back in. As Fusco comes, set, winds, delivers, and swinging strike this time. As Sexton will go down 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts on the night, 1 looking, 1 swinging. And that does it for the Pioneers half of the third. We'll be right back. You'll be listening in to Rubino's third inning of work when we come back. You're listening to the Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. All right, and with that, Noah Rubino back out there on the hill, as that'll bring up C.J. Rodriguez, the catcher. Rodriguez on the season 0 for 1, so not much to read off there, as he has not been up as a leadoff batter before. See what he can do here. This is C.J. Rodriguez. Rubino will be looking to continue to make his impact on the game. So far, only allowing 1 hit in 2 innings. Once again, Rubino coming set. He begins his windup, delivers, and Rodriguez takes strike number 1. So, CJ Rodriguez, the catcher, freshman out of Vanderbilt from Newport Beach, California, stands 5'11, 195 pounds. In there for a ball, one strike. As I said, just one opportunity so far this year, and he's 0 for 1 on that. Rubino would love to extend that to 0 for 2. Delivers, and in there for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The number 8 batter in the lineup as the Pioneers trying to blaze their way through the first third of this game. The windup and the pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So once again, Rubino coming set out on the mound. He looks in for his sign. Has it, begins his wind, and deals. Swung on, popped up right back there towards the shortstop, and Berg will make the catch. One quick out there for the Pioneers. 0 for 1 again. As that will bring up Owen Wassliger, the center fielder. Wassliger, 5'10", 165 pounds, a junior out of Mount St. Mary from East Hampton, Connecticut. Wassliger on the season so far, 353, 12 hits in 34 at-bats. So we'll see what he can do here. As Wassliger waits, the windup from Rubino in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. As once again, Rubino waits. Doesn't like the sign now. He's got one he likes. Begins the windup and deals. Swung on, fouled away. And we want to remind everybody once again to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass for all of your automotive needs. So 0-2 the count. 1 out already. As Rubino looking to work through another inning of work. He comes set, winds, and deals. Popped up again up over my head and out of the stadium. So again, remind you to check out Gerber Auto Glass or Collision and Auto Glass, for all of those automotive needs. Wassliger waiting. The windup, the pitch, swung on, and Rubino has another strikeout. So Noah Rubino gets his 4th of the day, and that'll bring up Justin Guerrera. Guerrera 0 for 1. Had a strikeout looking a little bit earlier in the game. As now, once again, Rubino look in. Sky is getting a little dark out here in Mohawk Valley. Rubino comes set, winds, and delivers. That one high for ball 1. We've talked about it quite a bit here already tonight. Rubino, 2 quality starts. His first appearance here away from historic Dunn Field. As he winds, delivers, fouled back, and that one gets out of the park as well. So another opportunity to remind you to check out Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The windup and the pitch is in there for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 men out. As once again, Rubino just trying to work his way through the inning. He's only given up 1 hit here in the first 2 2/3. Rubino winds, he delivers. That one will be in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in another Tioga Downs showdown. Reminder to stop by Tioga Downs for all your gambling needs. Brand new table games, brand new slots. The windup, the pitch, in there and punches out Justin Guerrera. 0-2 with 2 strikeouts now. Rubino has been beyond proficient here in the first 3 innings of the game. And when we come back, the Pines will be up once again. That'll bring up Berg, Moore, and Ruhlman. You're listening to the Elmira Pioneers on Mixlr.com. All right, so as the Pioneers get set to come back up, that'll bring up Berg once again as a leadoff hitter, 0 for 6. Does have a base on balls, so we'll see what Nathan Berg can do to start things off. Is batting .267, 4 hits, 15 at bats so far this season. Berg 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. As once again, Sal Fusco will go back to the mound. He's been pretty good throughout 3 innings of work for the Diamond Dogs. Hasn't given up a hit, allowed the 2 base on balls. Aside from that, though, not a bad start. You'd certainly take it out of any one of your starting pitchers, as now the next pitch will be the final pitch of the warm-ups, and then Nathan Berg will head up. Berg, the shortstop, who did come in and pitch last night in the 9th inning. That one thrown down and bounces past the second baseman and past the shortstop. So certainly noted for the Pioneers. If they get the opportunity, they may want to try to run on this catcher who doesn't seem quite as confident. And the second baseman and shortstop also not quite the backup pairing you would hope for. So Berg stepping back in, batting from the right-hand side, as Fusco comes set out there on the mound. Looks in, gets a sign, begins his windup, and delivers. That one's in there for a strike right around the knees. So Berg 0-1. No score here in the top of the 4th. Only the 1 hit recorded, that one by Mohawk Valley. 2 base on balls, both going to the Pioneers. A base on balls to Dylan Clock for Rubino. As that one in there for another strike. No balls, 2 strikes. So the Pioneers still looking for that first hit of the ball game. Starting pitching matchup has certainly been one to watch for sure. That one's in there for the first ball of the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As now Berg looking to get on base. Fusco coming set. He winds, delivers, and swung on there by Berg, who will go down for his second strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Preston Moore, who hit a, well, how else do you describe it? A warning track shot as he put that one way out into the outfield. The right fielder wasn't sure he had enough room, but did manage to track it down. See what he can do here. As Moore waits. Takes a strike there. And let me just make a quick adjustment here for you fans watching on YouTube. The guys leaning against the gate kind of reset us. So there we go. As that one's in there for 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. As Preston Moore looking to get bat on ball yet again, as he did back in the first inning. That one in there for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, Moore in on the batter's box here, batting from the right-hand side. Fusco looking in, getting the sign, and now he will come set, wind, and deliver low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Preston Moore waiting. Fusco shaking off a couple of signs. Now he's got what he likes, winds, and delivers. And big swinging strike there as Preston Moore goes down on strikes. So the numbers continue to climb as just in the top 3, already 5 strikeouts as Moore, 5 strikeouts in the first 3 batters in the lineup as now Mason Ruhlman heads up. He's 0 for 1, does have a strikeout. As Ruhlman swings, fouls that one back in towards the parking lot, and we remind you again, make the right decision, insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. So Ruhlman waits. The windup and the pitch high, as that'll be in there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pioneer second baseman comes back in again. Assumes his position, waits. Fusco coming set, he winds and deals. That one low. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning as Ruhlman tries to keep the inning moving and get the Pioneers their first hit of the ball game. So Ruhlman waiting. Fusco finally ready, set, deals, and again outside. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Mason Ruhlman comes back set into the box. Fusco has the sign he likes. He winds, delivers And in there for a strike. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the Pioneers here in the top of the fourth tied in a 0-0 ball game. As now, Roman waits. The windup and the pitch. Bounces in and just almost hit Roman there, so he will walk down to first base. He's got a strikeout and a base on balls here tonight, as that'll bring up Trey Harmon. Harmon 0 for 1 on the ground out back in the second inning. So, Harmon, with runners on base this season, has hit a pretty decent 364 in 11 at-bats, has 2 RBIs. So, pitcher comes set. He winds, deals. Harmon connects with it, hits it out towards right center, and that's going to get down, and the right fielder will get there, brings around Ruhlman to third, and Harmon goes 1 for 2 on the night with that single. So that brings up Quinn Buffington. Buffington, no official at-bats, does have a base on balls and a stolen base to his credit already. Pioneers finally do get a hit, now have runners at the corners. Like a split in bowling, the Diamond Dogs cannot be happy with the positioning. So we'll see what Buffington can do here. Lots of gaps with players having to hold on the 2 Pioneers base runners. The windup and the pitch. Buffington takes it inside. 1 ball, no strikes. As the Pioneers would be happy to see another one of those balls go back to the backstop and get a chance for Ruhlman to cross the base and score the first run of the ball game here in the top of the fourth. Once again, the wind and the pitch in there. Buffington takes a big cut at that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Buffington looks down. Now he'll head back into the batter's box. Fusco comes set, back out on the mound, working out the stretch. He winds and deals low. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pioneers are threatening here. As we talked about, Buffington has been an impact player here already this season. With runners in scoring position and 2 out, he is batting 1 for 4. That one low again. So another ball, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Going to be looking for something very specific here. As once again, Buffington waits. The pitch, wind, dealt, and outside. Ball 4. Buffington walks for the second time tonight. And that will bring up Bryce Moskowitz. Moskowitz, also without an official at bat here tonight, has walked, and according to the official scoring, was caught stealing. The catcher stood up, threw him out, returning to first base. Now with the bases loaded, we'll see what he can do. As with runners in scoring position, 2 men out, Bryce Moskowitz is batting a perfect 1 for 1 with an RBI. Would love to add to that, continue to keep that 1 for 1 average if he can do so here. The windup, the pitch, low, 1 ball, no strikes. So, Moskowitz stepping back in. As we said, 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are loaded, 2 outs in the inning. Pioneers trying to crack the scoreboard first. The wind, the pitch, high, gets away from the catcher, and Mason Ruhlman's going to cross the plate. So on a wild pitch that moves the runners to second and third, the Elmira Pioneers dent the scoreboard first and have a 1-0 lead. Pioneers do have a hit in the game. They've now corrected that. As now we'll see what Moskowitz can do with runners on second and third. 2 balls, no strikes. He waits. The windup, the pitch, low, gets away again, is going to score Trey Harmon here. As Harmon comes in, Buffington took a big loop around as well. Pioneers are now up 2-0. So 3-0 count on Moskowitz. As Fusco will head back out to the pitcher's mound. Pitched a perfect first 3 innings, but now struggled here with the bases loaded. The Pioneers have a runner on third in Quinn Buffington. As, again, Moskowitz waiting on the 3-0 count. Be looking for something very specific here, as the windup, the pitch is in there right down the middle for strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pioneers have tallied twice here in this half inning. Once again, Moskowitz coming set. He waits. The delivery from Fusco. And fouled away there by Moskowitz. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Buffington remains on third. So a chance still to drive in a run. Both runners scoring on passed balls here in the inning. Pioneers' stat line now reads 2 runs, 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame. The windup, the pitch, and fouled back there by Moskowitz. Moskowitz staying alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As once again, Sal Fusco coming set out there on the mound. Looking in, Moskowitz waiting. Rubino now with a little bit of breathing room. The windup and the pitch from Fusco hit back down towards the shortstop, trying to beat it out as Moskowitz. He's not going to beat it out, and that will strand Buffington. So Moskowitz goes 0 for 1, but 2 runs do score, and the Pioneers lead 2-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right. 2 pitches left in the warm-up pitches for Noah Rubino. Rubino, who's been perfect here through the first 3 innings, giving up just 1 hit, 1 base on balls. You can't ask for a better start as he comes into his 4th inning of work. Pioneers will now get 2 more pitches to get warmed up before Jacob Josie comes up. Josie, we already talked about, had his first at bat here just a little bit earlier. Went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Rubino certainly is pulling the string on that ball here tonight. As Rubino throws in, the throw down as Moskowitz launches that one over the second baseman. And luckily the shortstop there to back it up. Will throw the ball in, and now Rubino will go back to work. That brings up Jacob Josie. As we discussed before, Josie, a right-handed bat, 6'0", 170 pounds, out of Florida Atlantic. He's from Ellenton, Florida. 0 for 1 with that strikeout earlier today. As he steps back in, Rubino comes set, winds, and delivers. And a attempted running bunt that I believe will be strike 1. They say 1-0. How is that? All right, well, folks, 1-0 count somehow. As now the wind, the pitch is connected on there by Josie, driven out there towards left field, and will be caught. So 0-2 goes Jacob Josie in his first appearance here in a Diamond Dogs uniform. As now, that'll bring up Joseph Carpenter. Carpenter, we talked about the danger he can be a little bit earlier. As we said, Carpenter is 281, a little bit less now, obviously, but has a 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run on the season. 6 RBIs already. The windup and the pitch bounces up there, so 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. As once again, he steps back in. The windup and the pitch from Rubino is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Downs showdown. Tioga Downs, your home for amazing food. Check out the buffet any day of the week. As Rubino comes set, winds, and delivers. That one will bounce back and behind again as the count now sits 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still 1 out as Rubino trying to make his way through his 4th inning of work. That one's hammered foul and in there for 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rubino, as I said, trying to make his way through his 4th inning of work. Has 3 zeros on the board. Pioneers were able to scratch across 2 in the top half of the 4th here. He comes set, has the sign he wants, winds and deals. That one is hammered out there towards right, as it looks like that's going to be an easy play as it's caught by Andrew Sexton. 2 outs. So Carpenter goes 0 for 2, and that'll bring up Ryan Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 1, the sole hit of the evening here for the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs. Hernandez 1 for 1 with that single. Hernandez, who comes up from the University of Houston, he's a junior from Tampa, Florida. The line from Rubino delivered in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Pioneers pitcher really doing some work here tonight as Rubino comes set again. Doesn't like the sign. Now he's got one he likes, winds and delivers. That one is low, gets away from the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike as Rubino will get a new baseball. Moskowitz coming back set behind the mound. Behind the plate as Moskowitz comes set again. He gets the sign out to Rubino. Doesn't like it. He shakes it off. Now he's got one he likes, winds and delivers. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Rubino looking to get himself out of the 4th inning of work. Facing just the 4th batter of the lineup for the 2nd time. Appears to be some movement down there in the Mohawk Valley bullpen. That one's connected on and foul. That one gets into the Pioneers bullpen. As now, once again, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Rubino heads back out to the mound. Rubino, smile on his face here. Looking pretty pleased. Hard to blame him there. Having a heck of an outing. Rubino comes set. He winds, delivers, and bounces up to the plate again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Downs showdown. As Rubino heads back out to the pitcher's mound. Straightens himself. And kicks a little dirt around before he gets back on the mound and looks in for the sign. Has what he likes. Winds and delivers. And this one hit. Pop up here. Should be playable for Ruhlman. Ruhlman backing up and makes the catch, and that will do it on 1-2-3 inning for the Elmira Pioneers as they will head back to the dish with a 2-0 lead. You're listening to Elmira Pioneers action here on Mixlr.com. So the final pitch is thrown down, and that means the Pioneers are coming back to the plate. Pioneers with a 2-0 lead as Kyle Richardson heads back up. A designated hitter, 0 for 1 tonight. He'll be looking to make a quick impact here as a leadoff hitter. Richardson 0 for 2 in the leadoff spot. The wind and pitch in there for a strike from Sal Fusco. Fusco, who has pitched a very good game, just ran into a little trouble there in the top of the fourth. Pioneers waiting. The windup, the pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Richardson. Richardson looking out. Fusco gets set. He begins his windup and deals. Fouled back towards the parking lot. And once again, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As now Fusco coming back set on the mound. Richardson waiting. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. As the wind and the pitch bounces up there to the plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. As now, once again, Pioneers here in the top of the fifth have that 2-0 lead. Would love to keep that going. Rubino has pitched amazing here tonight. As Richardson waits, takes that one, ball 3. As the catcher wants to check. Barely moved it, Richardson, so a little surprised on the request for a check. But 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Fusco looking in. He winds and deals. Richardson hits that one, going to get back behind third base, but should be an easy play for the shortstop as he grabs it, and Richardson goes down 0 for 2 as Jacob Josie made that one look easy. And that will bring up Granger. Zach Granger, who steps to the dish. He comes in and will get set at the right-hand side of the plate. 0 for 1 here tonight is Granger. The wind, the pitch is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. As Granger looks to jump on the bandwagon that the Pioneers started last inning. Finally getting a hit. As this one is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As once again, Granger coming set. He winds the pitch. Granger will hit it down towards first base. Scooped up by the first baseman, tossed over to the pitcher, and stepped on the base. As now that'll bring up Sexton. Sexton comes up. He's batting 0 for 2 on the night. 2 strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging. So Sexton waits. As now he will step back into the box. Granger heading back for the dugout now. Making the long return from first base after grounding out. Sexton looking to get some positive contact here. That one is inside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the fifth, we are flying through this one, folks. As once again, Fusco delivers. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sexton trying to gather himself here. As now Sexton waits. Fusco comes set. He winds, delivers, and big swing again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sexton trying to get himself going here. He's 0 for 2 on the night. 2 strikeouts at the top of the order. The windup and the pitch. Sexton takes that one for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown here for Andrew Sexton. Sexton stepping back into the box. Fusco has the sign he wants. He steps off as the batter Sexton had stepped out for a moment. Once again, Sexton back into the dish. He waits. The delivery swung on and a miss. Sexton strikes out for the 3rd time here tonight. And that will do it for the top half of the fifth. Pioneers still leading 2-0. And we'll see how Noah Rubino does as he goes back to work here for the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and we are back. As Rubino throwing the last few of his warm-up pitches will bring up Kyle Johnson, the third baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the night. Johnson, as a leadoff hitter, 5 at-bats, batting .600, so 3 for 5. 2 home runs as a leadoff hitter, and a base on balls. So we'll see what he can do here. As we look out, Johnson approaching home plate. And now the Pioneers will go back to work. Noah Rubino has been very effective here tonight. Quickly moving through 4 innings, and we'll see if he can continue that quick pace here in the 5th. He winds and delivers. Big swinging strike from Johnson. 0-1. So Johnson steps back into the box. Johnson playing third base here tonight. He's a junior from Ryder out of Jackson, New Jersey. That one in there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5'9", 175 pounds is Johnson. As once again, stepping in, Noah Rubino winds and deals. That one hit towards the second baseman as Roman picks it up, fires over to first, and that will be the first out of the inning. So Johnson goes down 0 for 2, and that'll bring up Dylan Clock. Clock has no official at bat, has a base on balls. So Clock heads back in. PGCBL Player of the Week steps back in. As we said, no official at bat. We'll see what he can do here, as Rubino has certainly been spinning a gem here through the first 4 1/3 as he throws that one in there for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The wind up here and the pitch from Rubino. That one is connected with out towards center and caught by Quinn Buffington. So 0 for 1 goes Clock with the fly out to center. That'll bring up Ryan Keenan. Keenan, the left fielder. He is 0 for 1 tonight as he popped out behind the third baseman. Then that turned into a double play as the runner's overcommitted. And so now he's batting .500 on the season. 1 for 2. As the windup and the pitch in there a little bit low, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs so far here for Noah Rubino in the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers pitcher lets that one go. That one's hit over the second baseman's head, and that's going to get down for a single. So Keenan will get his first hit of the night. 1 for 2, as that brings up the catcher, CJ Rodriguez. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Vanderbilt freshman from Newport Beach, California, As Rodriguez will try to get some 2-out magic going here. There's a runner on base, and in that situation, it actually hasn't occurred before for Rodriguez as he takes ball number 1. 1-0 the count, as Rubino just trying to get through this last third of an inning. He has certainly spun a gem as he continues to pitch well in his 3rd start of the season. The windup, the pitch, low, 2 balls, no strikes. So, another attempt here for Rubino. Out on the mound, trying to catch back up in this one. The Pioneers with a 2-0 lead here. They got both runs back in the 4th with some pass balls. Rubino did a quick runner check, and I'll tell you what, almost caught Keenan leaning. So, Rubino gets himself set on the mound, checks the runner at first. Now he comes set, checks the runner again, and this time the runner more prepared as Keenan scrambles back to first base. Keenan taking a very large lead over there at first base, as Rubino is very cognizant of it. Rubino checking again, and again, Keenan had to scramble to get back. As now, Rubino waits. He looks in, he gets a sign from his catcher, comes set, working out the stretch, lines, delivers, hit there towards second base, will be caught by Ruhlman, and that will do it. So, Rodriguez, line out, I guess you'd call it, as it was just about into the ground, but Ruhlman makes the snag, and the Pioneers continue to lead 2-0 as we head towards the top of the 6th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. So 5 innings will do it for Sal Fusco, who will leave trailing in the game 2-0, and that will bring in Keegan Leffler, the left-handed freshman out of Herkimer from Wilton, New York. We'll see what he can do here. We'll look at some of his stats, as Leffler has appeared in just one game, pitched 1 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, having 2 strikeouts, though. He faced 7 batters. Opponent average against him, 429. So an interesting turn of events here for the Pioneers, as we'll see what they can do. And once again, we'll see how long Rubino does stay in the game, as this early in the season, you wait to see how long Matt Birch will stick with his starters. As we're here in the top of the 6th inning, trying to work through the second third of this game, as that one is thrown down. And we'll bring up Berg. Berg, we've talked about a leadoff hitter last night, of course, not the game you really want to be thinking back to, with a unfortunate ending to it. But as a leadoff hitter, he was 0 for 6 coming into today with a base on balls. We'll see what he can do here, and he'll be the first one to face Leffler, as Leffler heads back towards the mound. And again, this will be the first batter to face him here tonight. Only been in one other appearance. Of course, Mohawk Valley has had to deal with some poor weather, as the Pioneers coming back in here, and the umpire having a discussion with the catcher. Not sure what this might pertain to, but it's going to bring Nathan Berg back up. Berg having a rough night of it against the starter, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. So Berg going to be looking to improve on his numbers here against the reliever. Leffler comes set, he winds and delivers, and takes that one low. 1 ball, no strikes, as Leffler enters the game. Pioneers have been held to just 1 hit, but they do have 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. Got both of those back in the 4th, as Berg takes strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Berg looking down to his third base coach for some hitting instruction, as now he sets back up. Leffler gets the sign he wants, moves into his rotation and delivers, and that one is connected with by Berg down the foul line and will get foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Berg coming back into the batter's box, checking with his third base coach and head coach, who we spoke with back before the game. Want to thank him for sticking with us through the Coach's Corner segment, as Berg waits his 1-2 pitch. The windup and delivery is in there for a strike. Berg will go down for the 3rd time tonight on strikes. So top 2 in the order have both struck out 3 times, and that'll bring up Preston Moore. Moore 0 for 2 with a heck of a hit back in the 1st inning. Just didn't quite make it out, but went pretty far into right center field. The second at bat resulted in a strikeout, as Moore waits for the first pitch from Leffler. He connects on that one, hits it out there once again towards center, shallow center, and it's going to get down, as Moore will make a single, and that one will count for a hit. So he goes 1 for 3 on the night, which now puts the top 3 in the lineup at 1 for 9. As Ruhlman steps in, he struck out once, has a base on balls. He came around to score back in the 4th inning. So Ruhlman with a runner on first, 1 out. Love to get the bat on the ball here. So Ruhlman waiting. The windup from Leffler in there, connected on by Ruhlman and sent towards foul territory. We'll see as that one will get into the stand. So Ruhlman heads back to home plate. No balls, 1 strike. As Ruhlman comes back to the batter's box. As we said before, Moore making it to first there, the first hit in the top 3 of the order. As Ruhlman now waits. Leffler comes set, working out the stretch for the first time. He winds, delivers, and in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. So Ruhlman looking for an opportunity to put the ball in play. A wide gap there between first and second as a first baseman having to cover as Moore is right there. And again, Ruhlman waits for the pitch. Coming here from Leffler, and Ruhlman fouls that one off. No balls, 2 strikes to count. As again, Leffler heads back towards the pitching mound. Pioneers with a 2-0 lead here through 5 full here in the top of the 6th. Certainly would love to add to that. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors reads the scoreline. And is now waiting again. Swung on and missed. And that will put Ruhlman down for the second time on strikes. And send up Quinn Buffington. Buffington, who has walked Trey Harmon, 1 for 2. So Harmon comes up to the dish. Harmon 1 for 2 on the night. So Harmon stepping in. He'll get his first look at Leffler. Leffler gets the sign he wants as Harmon waiting there in the right-handed batter's box. And that will be in there for a strike. 0-1 the count here in the top of the 6th. As once again, runner on first base is Preston Moore. He's 1 for 3 here. And again, the delivery is high. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And Trey Harmon steps back into the batter's box. He waits. And again, coming set is Leffler. Delivers. Big swing there by Harmon. Gets away from the catcher on a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Trey Harmon, the number 4 first base prospect in America, looking to make an impact here. Leffler and the umpire having a discussion out there, halfway between the pitcher's mound and home plate. We'll see. Haven't seen any movement out of Preston Moore. Figured we might see him take off, but have not seen that happen so far. As Harmon sets up. He waits. Moore with a very short lead off first base. Leffler looking directly at Moore as a left-handed pitcher. He looks over and winds and deals, and that one is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As now we've got another tag-down showdown. Trey Harmon steps back in. He waits as Leffler comes set. And now it's in, hit by Harmon, just a little bit of a bunt towards first base, and that will do it for the top half of the 6th. Harmon goes 1 for 3 on the day, and that will send the Pioneers back to the field. Couldn't get anything going in the top of the 6th. They'll look to do something defensively here in the bottom half, as the difficulty will still be up. Owen Wassliger to lead things off. We'll be right back here on Mixler.com. All right, so here in the bottom of the sixth, Noah Rubino going to go back to work. Will work past 5 innings for the first time this season. And why not? Rubino has had a heck of a night here tonight, folks. So that will bring out Owen Wasliger, excuse me, as I'm corrected by the announcer overhead. Wasliger 0 for 1 has a strikeout on the evening against Rubino. Rubino coming set, he winds and deals. Bunted down the foul line and will get foul 0-1. So Rubino will head back as Preston Moore threw it to his catcher instead of handing it off to the umpire. And that will bring the count back 0-1. Rubino on the mound, looking in as Wasliger steps back into his batter's box. Rubino comes set, he winds and deals, and that one bounces up to the plate. So 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. As some Pioneers warming up down there in the bullpen, we'll see who comes in to relieve Rubino and how quick that happens. Rubino delivers, swinging strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. The Pioneers keeping a 2-0 lead right now. So, Rubino winds and deals and swung on. That one's hit towards the second baseman. Ruhlman picks up, throws over to first, and gets the runner as Wasliger goes 0 for 2. That'll bring up Justin Guerrera. Guerrera 0 for 2 has 2 strikeouts on the night. So we'll see what Guerrera can do here. As again, Rubino has had a heck of a night so far, has kept the game really moving. Only 8:08 p.m. here tonight, as the Pioneers would love to keep the game moving this quickly and get themselves back to Elmira, as they have a game to play tomorrow. That one in there for strike 1, 0-1 the count. Pioneers will be back at home tomorrow. I want to remind everybody to make sure you get out to Dunfield. They'll wind up and the pitch. And that one is low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. Rubino coming set, looking in. Now he's got the sign he wants, winds and deals. In there for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. As the Pioneers continue to lead. 2 runs, 2 hits in the game. Mohawk Valley has achieved no runs, 2 hits. Rubino delivers. That one connected on over the first baseman's head and out there into right field. Thrown back in quickly by Andrew Sexton. So, 3rd hit of the game for the Mohawk Valley Dogs, and that will bring up Jacob Josie. Josie comes up. He's got a runner on first. Again, first appearance as far as we're aware of, according to Point Streak. And Josie 0 for 2. He does have a strikeout here. You know, Rubino would love to work a double play out of him. As he throws the pitch, that one is bunted down the third baseline, picked up there in foul territory, and 0 for 1 goes the count. Moore throws it back to Rubino. And we'll see if Josie tries to move that bunt again. Might not be a bad idea, as Rubino has been more than efficient here tonight, and just trying to move anybody around the base pass has been more than difficult. Rubino winds, delivers, and in there for strike number 2, 0-2 the count. So the bunt's definitely off the table now. As we'll see what Jacob Josie chooses to do here. Rubino going to be looking for that punch-out pitch. He comes set, winds and deals, and he gets it. There's another punch-out for Noah Rubino. 0 for 3 goes Josie, his second strikeout of the night, and that will bring up the ever-dangerous Joseph Carpenter. I've harped on Carpenter enough with the 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. Does have 6 RBIs on the season, but was batting .281 coming into tonight. So 0 for 2 on the night. Does have a runner on first at the moment. The wind, the pitch from Rubino connected on towards the shortstop, picked up, easily handled, and thrown to second. That will do it. Rubino has worked through 6. So a great start here for Noah Rubino. The bullpen is active. We'll see if Rubino comes back out for the 7th, but Pioneers get a lot of work out of Noah Rubino, And with that, we'll be right back with the top of the 7th here on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, we are back here live on Mixlr.com and live on YouTube.com. We want to thank everybody who tunes in every single game, getting a good look at head coach Matt Birch, who is sitting there right in front of our camera lens. So thank you to head coach Matt Birch as the ball is thrown down, and the Pioneers will come back out here. Quinn Buffington set to lead off the inning. 2 bases on balls here tonight and a stolen base. So we'll see what Buffington can do in his 3rd trip up to the plate. Again, no official at bats. Has the 2 walks so far. As now you get a good look at Mason Ruhlman walking by as Buffington steps back into the batter's box. He comes set. Will face Leffler for the first time here tonight. Leffler gets the sign. Goes back. He winds and deals. And that one is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Buffington has had a great eye here tonight. As now Leffler waiting for the sign. Gets what he wants, moves into his windup, and delivers. And in there for a strike on Buffington. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pioneers through 6 full on the shoulders of Noah Rubino. He has had a heck of an outing. Don't know if we'll see him here in the bottom of the 7th, but I'll tell you what. He's earned his 3rd consecutive quality start, and right now would be up for the win should the Pioneers get it. Buffington setting again. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup from Leffler and the delivery. Swinging strike from Buffington. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. As Buffington will set himself back up, step back into the batter's box. Leffler trying to get Buffington not on the base paths for the first time here tonight when he comes up. The throw, low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. As again, see what Buffington can do here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He's walked twice. The pitch outside, ball 4. Buffington walks for the 3rd time tonight. Does have a stolen base, and that'll bring up Moskowitz. Bryce Moskowitz, 0 for 2. Has a base on balls, and according to the official stat line, was caught stealing. That was back in the 2nd inning. That ended the 2nd inning, as a matter of fact, as the catcher popped up and threw him out over there at first base. So, Leffler, now with a runner on first to lead off the inning, Moskowitz will be looking to advance Buffington. Leffler looking in, checks the runner, and threw it in there. The umpire had granted time, so that will be a non-pitch. So an extra one tallied to Leffler for really no impact, as once again, Moskowitz steps back in. Leffler checking the runner at first, winds and deals, and that is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pioneers having a very good night on the mound there, as Rubino pitched his heart out. As I said, we'll see if we see him in the bottom of the 7th. Be a little surprised, as Pioneers have a fairly deep bullpen. We'll see how they can work, as that one's in there for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. After the initial walk to Buffington, we'll see what Leffler comes back with here. as Moskowitz steps back in. Rubino looking for his first win on the season, as he was not able to earn the win in either of his first two starts. That one is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, third base coach Matt Birch giving some advice to both runner and hitter. The only 2 runs of the ball game came back in the 4th inning. The windup, the pitch, and fouled away back towards the parking lot. So we take this time to remind you once again to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber collision and auto glass. As Moskowitz looking for the sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. See what Buffington does over there on first base. As again, not a huge lead here from Quinn Buffington. As the windup, the pitch home, grounded down the foul line, and it is going to get in there. And Moskowitz believed he was safe, but the umpire called him out from the pitcher's mound. So 1 out as Moskowitz goes down, but he does advance the runner. And that'll bring up Kyle Richardson. Richardson 0 for 2 on the night, does have a strikeout. So 2 runs have crossed. The Pioneers now have a runner in scoring position as Quinn Buffington has made his way back to second base. And that one, once again, bringing up Kyle Richardson. He takes strike number 1. So Richardson, with runners in scoring position this year, is 0 for 3. Does have an RBI, sac fly, as he sets. And that one is in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Richardson definitely going to be looking to put bat on ball here as Buffington hangs around second base. Richardson goes down. Granger will be the next man up, and that'll be the number 9 spot in the order. So, wind up and pitch from Leffler. Fouled away there by Richardson. Richardson, tonight's designated hitter, 0 for 2, does have a strikeout as Leffler heads back for the mound. We're here in the top of the 7th. Pioneers have a 2-0 lead as Leffler, trying to compose himself, gets back on the mound now. 0-2 the count. 1 out against the Pioneers so far. Leffler comes back set. He checks the runner. Checks him again. Winds and deals. And that one in there for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As the Pioneers continue to battle here, they have a 2-0 lead after some amazing pitching by Noah Rubino. If you joined us late, you missed a lot. As now, once again, Kyle Richardson looking to add on to that lead. As he takes ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low and outside. Richardson would love to find a gap somewhere. He's got Buffington out there on second, so it wouldn't take a whole heck of a lot to bring him around, as the speedy Buffington can certainly make up 2 bases in just about no time. That one comes in. Richardson hits it right towards the bullpen, and he got somebody down there, I think. Appears to be okay, as there's some dancing going on down towards that bullpen. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As once again, Richardson waits. Leffler looking in. Leffler comes set. He checks the runner at second, winds and deals. Kyle Richardson swings and misses. Strike 3. And that'll be the second time tonight he goes down on strikes. So Granger 0 for 2 will step up. Leffler coming in. Granger, 2 outs, runner on second. A gapper will definitely drive in Buffington back from second, as the Pioneers trying to add some insurance here in the top of the 7th inning. 9 defensive outs away from a victory, as the pitch is in there, hit up high. This is a pop-up towards shallow center. The second baseman, shortstop, and center fielder all coming towards it, and it is caught as Granger goes down 0 for 3. So when we come back, we'll have a brand new pitcher to tell you about. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixlr.com. All right, so with that, we have a new pitcher to tell you about. Connor Takis comes into the game. As he enters, we will take a look. He's got a win, he's got a loss in 2 appearances, 7.50 ERA. As he came in and pitched 6 innings, gave up 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 1 base on balls, but did have 8 strikeouts. So you certainly hope a much better outing here tonight, as he's got to get through 9 outs that separate the Pioneers from victory. So, Takis making the last of his warm-up throws. And now we'll see what the Pioneers can do here. So, Ryan Hernandez will head up, the designated hitter. As once again, we've talked about the success of the mid part of this lineup here tonight. Hernandez coming in, 267, 8 for 30 on the season before tonight. Now, of course, has moved to 9 hits out of 32. As now it'll be Connor Takis' job to keep that from advancing any further. So 9 defensive outs away from their first road victory. Hold on. What are we getting here? There was some signaling going on down there. As now, once again, we will get set. Connor Takis ready to go. He winds and deals high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, want to thank everybody for tuning in here on YouTubeLive.com as well as Mixler.com. We appreciate all of our great fans from back at home in Elmira and elsewhere tuning in for Pioneers baseball. The windup and the pitch. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. As Takis looks to find the strike zone here in the bottom half of the 7th. Absolutely amazing start by Noah Rubino. You can't say enough about it. No runs allowed, just 3 hits over 6 full. Takis winds, delivers, and high and outside, 3 balls, no strikes. So again, Pioneers relief pitching. We'll see how this can work out here tonight. As the bullpen gets the game with the lead 2-0. Takis comes set. He winds, delivers. That one is in there for a strike. So Hernandez still has an opportunity to look for something specific here. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't have to swing. Has that extra strike to play with the 3-1 count. So Takis comes set, winds, delivers, and low. So that will send Hernandez down with a base on ball to first base and bring up Kyle Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 here tonight. He was batting .313 coming into the game. With runners on base, Johnson is batting .280 in 25 at-bats, has 7 RBIs. So Johnson comes set. 5th batter in this lineup. The lineup from Takis delivered in there for a strike. So runner on first. Takis quickly working out of the stretch here. As again, Johnson will step in. Takis checks the runner at first and now delivers in there for strike number 2. So the nerves have shaken off a little bit here as Takis walked the first batter, but now he's up 0-2 on the second. He comes set, checks the runner, winds and deals, swinging strike 3. Or no, excuse me, they're going to say he fouled that one off. I thought that was going to be the strikeout call, but no, apparently not. As that one did get away from the catcher. No balls, 2 strikes, and have to do it again. Takis comes set out there on the mound. He will wind and deal. That one fouled away. Back in towards the parking lot. So another opportunity to remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Takis stepping back on the mound. Looks in. Gets the sign. Checks the runner at first. Winds and delivers. That one hit out there towards the shortstop. Could be 2. Turns it. And called the runner at first safe there, so that will be 1 out gain there from the 6-4 play, and the 3 did not quite work out. So 6-4, and reaching on the fielder's choice will be Johnson as he moves to 0 for 3. Clock will come up. He's 0 for 1 with the base on balls. As the Pioneers looking to get out of this inning. Thought they might have had a double play there, but no. Thrown over and tagged just a little bit too late. As not expecting that one was Kyle Johnson. He had to scramble back and almost didn't make it. So Takis comes set. Looks in for the sign. Has one he likes. Checks the runner at first again. Begins to wind. Deals and low. That one hops into the catcher's glove. So 1-0 the count. Takis will head back for the mound. See if he checks on Johnson yet again here. Clock 0 for 1 with the base on balls. Takis winds, delivers. That one's hit back towards the second baseman as Mason Ruhlman couldn't get there, and that will send the runner around to third. So first and third go the runners on the attempted steal. Ruhlman was going over to cover second base, could not turn it around and get back to that hit ball. So, hit and run play executed to perfection there by Dylan Clock. Ryan Keenan comes up 1 for 2. He's hit into a double play here tonight. Pioneers will hope he does so yet again. Takis looking in. Checks the runners at first and third. Comes set and deals. That one in there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Pioneers with a 2-0 lead. Runners at the corners like a bowling split. Not the situation you want. So Takis comes set. Staring down that runner at first. The wind, the pitch, and connected on. Out there towards left. And it'll be caught. That will score the run on the sac fly, though. So Keenan will not be able to reach base, but he will get credit for the RBI, as that'll bring up CJ Rodriguez and break up the shutout bid for the Pioneers. 2-1 here, bottom of the 7th, as Rodriguez comes in. He'll be looking to make his first at bat of the day that counts. He's 0 for 2. Got a runner on first, who is dancing over there at first base, and Takis throws over just to check on him. So CJ Rodriguez, 0 for 2, looking to get himself into the plus side of the board. Takis winds, delivers high, and just nabbed there by the catcher. 2-0 the count. So 2-0. Takis will come set yet again. Rubino pitched a gem through the first 6 and is hoping to hang on for the win here. That one thrown down to first. Harmon can't turn it around in time as the throw just a little bit late. So, once again, comes back set. I believe it's 3-0 count right now. As now coming back set, Takis looking in. He'll get set. Throws in for a strike. Gets the first strike of the at-bat. Once again, this is Rodriguez's attempt to put things on a positive side. He's 0 for 2 on the night so far. And Takis would love to get out of this inning here, maintaining the 1-run lead. Takis winds, delivers, and that is high. Now we've got the 3-1 count. All right, I was a ball ahead somehow. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As once again, Pioneers trying to work their way out of the bottom of the 7th. The windup from Takis throws over to first and not in time. Heads back to the mound. As now, once again, Takis comes set. Number 8 batter in the lineup. The wind and the pitch in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Trying to work his way out of this one. As once again, he comes set, winds, delivers, and that is in there for ball 4. That'll send him down to first base. So a base on balls, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Owen Wasliger. Wasliger now with runners on first and second. Wasliger with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. 1 for 6. $1.67 is the average with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Takis going to try to work his way through here. He winds, delivers, swinging strike number 1. So 0-1 goes the Diamond Dogs. Once again, Wasliger stepping in. Takis trying to work his way through this bottom of the 7th. Doesn't want to surrender another run. Pioneers still leading 2-1. The windup and the pitch fouled back towards me and over the fence. So once again, a reminder to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. And now an 0-2 count. As again, the Pioneers 1 strike away from getting out of the bottom of the 7th. As again, Takis comes set. Checks the runners. Winds. Deals. In there for a strike. And that will do it as Wasliger goes down. Wasliger arguing with the umpire. Still having to head back to the dugout, though. And the Pioneers will come back up to bat. See what they can do when we come back. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, the Pioneers are getting set to come back and go to work. Going to be a little bit of a challenge again. They're now only leading by 1. However, we've got a new pitcher in the game as well. As number 10 comes in, Carson Kuhn, the Manhattan College freshman from Meriden, Connecticut. Right-hander, 6'5", 200 pounds. As he will step in. I believe it'll be Sexton coming up here. As he will look for his first breakthrough of the day. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Clearly not the way he wanted to start out as a leadoff hitter here tonight. So, Kuhn gets one more warm-up pitch. Interesting pitching style there. You see he kicks his leg way up above his head almost as you watch the pitching style. 2-1 lead for the Pioneers here in the top of the 8th. Of course, looking for some insurance as Sexton comes back up. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts on the day as he looks to put a ball in play. So, Sexton getting himself set as Neftali Severino-Cronier heading down towards the bullpen. That one is fouled off there and will be sent towards the play-by-play area down here along the third base side. That one's thrown back towards the home dugout now. So, Pioneers looking for some insurance here as they start off the top half of the 8th. So the windup and the pitch from Kuhn fouled off yet again. 0-2 the count as Cronje now makes his way back. So, again, Sexton 0-2 the count. As he's looking, the pitch in there and strikes out Sexton for the golden sombrero. 0-4. 4 strikeouts on the night. That'll bring up Berg. Nathan Berg 0-3. 3 strikeouts of his own, as now he will try to avoid the golden sombrero. So Berg waiting. The windup, the pitch. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pioneers have managed just 2 runs in this game. That was back in the 4th inning, and it still holds up for them for the moment. 2-1. Berg takes ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So Berg coming back set as Kuhn sets himself on the mound, gets the sign he wants, and moves to deal. Big swing there by Berg. 2 balls, 1 strike. As now, once again, Berg will step back in. He looks, waiting for the delivery from Kuhn. Kuhn finally has the sign he wants. Now he steps off as Berg steps out of the box. Berg stepping back in. Kuhn gets the sign he wants, winds and deals. Big swing there as Berg goes down. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Berg trying to avoid another strikeout here. There's the pitch, another swinging strike. And Berg now has a golden sombrero as well. 8 strikeouts in the first 2 spots in the batting order. As now Preston Moore heads up. He's batting 1-for-3 on the day. Moore, who had a screaming shot out there in the first inning. Now the windup, the pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. So with Moore at 1-3, looking to find his way back onto the base pass. That is swung on and strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runs for the Pioneers on the night here in the top of the 8th. Both of them coming back in the 4th, but still hold up for the 2-1 lead. The windup in the pitch. Hit there by Moore right up to center, and it gets back out into center field. So Moore will go 2-for-4 on the night. That'll bring up Mason Ruhlman. Ruhlman 0-for-2, 2 strikeouts, has a base on balls. As Ruhlman stepping back in. This will be his first opportunity to face Kuhn. Ruhlman has a runner on first now. The windup, the pitch, swinging strike by Mason Ruhlman. A little bit high for him there. As once again, Pioneers trying to get some insurance here in the top of the 8th inning. The wind, the pitch, in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. As we talked about it earlier, again, this game flying by 20-9 right now. As the Pioneers have continued to work very quickly. Noah Rubino, a big thanks to most of that. That one's low, in there for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 2-1 game that we have seen here tonight, certainly not reminiscent of what we've been seeing as of late. Although the closeness of the game has been what we've seen for most of the season. Wind up the pitch. Connected on by Ruhlman. Driven down the foul line and stays in there. So first and second base cut off, and everybody thought it was foul, I believe. So interesting play as it lands just fair. Puts Ruhlman 1-for-3. That'll bring up Trey Harmon. Harmon 1-for-3 on the day. Has runners on first and second. And an excellent opportunity for Trey Harmon to drive in a run and get some insurance back up on the board for the Pioneers. Harmon sitting there in the batter's box waiting for the pitch. Kuhn getting himself stretched out there, winds and deals, and that's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Harmon. As again, Harmon steps back in. He is set. Looking. Waiting on Kuhn. Kuhn comes set, working on the stretch. Winds and deals. Harmon went around on that one. 0-2 the count. So as I said, Harmon 1 for 3 on the night. Would love to connect here. As we sit in the top of the 8th inning, Pioneers with a 1-run lead. Harmon waits. The delivery fouled back and towards the parking lot. As once again, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Harmon stepping back in. Appears ready. He waits. Kuhn getting the sign he wants. Has it. Is ready. Checks the runner at second. Winds and deals. Harmon swings and misses, and that will do it for the top of the 8th. Harmon's 1 for 4, and that will do it on the Pioneers side of the 8th. When we come back, Pioneers trying to keep tight roping through this one, looking to get through the game, and they head towards the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, we are back. Justin Guerrera heads back out, playing second base. He's 1 for 3 on the night, has 2 strikeouts, as Connor Takis goes to work for the second straight inning. Would love to put a 0 up and make quick work of the top 3 in the order. So, pitch is low, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Pioneers continuing to try to work their way through this one here. As again, Takis comes set, deals, hit there towards right center, and that's going to get down. So that will be in there for possibly extra bases as it's thrown in, tagged. No, they say he missed the tag, so didn't like the call there and looked at the umpire and said so, as a double is earned there. 2 for 4 goes Guerrera, and Jacob Josie, who's 0 for 3, now will just be looking to move the runner along. Josie 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts here tonight. I would not be surprised to see a bunt here, as the Pioneers only lead by a single run. As now the windup, the pitch, and there is in fact the fouled off bunt, as that'll make the count 0-1. Still wouldn't be surprised to see the bunt as they try to move that runner in Justin Guerrera to third base. I said it already, the Pioneers leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the windup and the pitch. Another attempted bunt. Gets in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And I don't think you can bunt now. So we'll see what Josie does here as Takis tries to maneuver his way around. Josie coming back set. Takis getting his sign. He's got time is called as Josie backs out of the box. Now Takis leaning back in. looks for his sign. No balls. 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on second base. Takis checks the runner at second. He winds and deals. Low. Gets away from the catcher, and that will move the runner to third. So the deed is done, this time without an out. As now Takis goes back to work. Pioneers. 1 ball. 2 strikes. Nobody out. As the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs have the runner not only in scoring position, but 90 feet away from tying this game. Takis comes set. He winds and deals. Ball is hit and gets down. That will score the tying run. And Noah Rubino will once again be robbed of a victory as that one comes in, and the tag is too late as the Pioneers took too long to get that throw in from the outfield. So this looks like it's going to do it on the day for Takis as Matt Birch heads out. As there's the signal to the pen. So Mohawk Valley ties the game. A runner at second. And that, I believe, will bring in Neftali Severino Cronier. So, Cronier, I believe, is the pitcher coming in game. And it will be. So, when we come back, Neftali Severino Cronier goes to work and tries to preserve the 2-2 tie here on Mixler.com and live on YouTube. All right, and with that, we are back as Neftali Severino Cronier comes into the game for the Elmira Pioneers. Cronier, who came in, he's got a 9.45 ERA, 0-1 on the year, but does have a save in 2 games. He's thrown 6 2/3, 11 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned runs, and a base on balls. So, as Cronier comes back in, we'll see what he can do here. And you know, the Pioneers would love to get him to keep things where they are. They now have a runner on second base. As back-to-back innings, the Diamond Dogs have put up runs. Pioneers haven't scored since the 4th. As Cronier looks one more time to put up an inning that will hopefully stifle this comeback bid from Mohawk Valley. So, coming out to try to start things off here, Joseph Carpenter, as Josie has now gone 1 for 4. Carpenter 0 for 3 on the night. He will be the first batter to face Cronier. Cronier delivers, and that's a swinging strike. 0-1 the count as Cronier gets a new ball. Cronier back out there on the mound. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. So Cronier comes set. Staring daggers in here against Carpenter. Josie standing on second base after initially trying to do a sac bunt. Cronier comes set. He winds, delivers. In there for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on second base. As Cronier looks in. has to go right through the heart of this order right now. 3, 4, 5. Carpenter waiting. Cronier delivers, and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Josie standing there on second base. You know, he would love to come around and score and put the pressure on the Pioneers here in the top of the 9th. Pioneers tied back up here as they were before the 4th inning, but haven't been since. Just an amazing start from Noah Rubino, but again, we'll go for naught. The windup and the pitch. Low, ball 1. Or excuse me, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cronier steps back on the mound. Still got that runner on second. Has not paid a ton of mind to the runner back on second base. Instead, choosing to focus, even though he's working out the stretch, highly on that hitter. That one's popped up and fouled away. So we remind you once again, to make the right decision, insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Cronier looking to make the first out of the inning. The windup, the pitch, swinging strike, and Cronier gets the first man out as Carpenter will move to 0 for 4 on the night. Now he has a strikeout. Ryan Hernandez comes up, the designated hitter, 1 for 2, has a base on balls tonight. So Hernandez steps in. He's got a runner on second base, 1 out. You know, Cronier would love to battle his way out of this one. So it appears as though Mohawk Valley will have a new pitcher in the top of the 9th inning. So we'll see what the Pioneers have a chance to do when they come back to the dish. Cronier checking that runner on second. Now he winds, deals, and in there for a ball. 1-0. As again, cutting through the heart of this order, Ryan Hernandez, the designated hitter, batting 4th in the lineup. Struck out the number 3 batter. Cronier winds, delivers. Swinging strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. So they'll bring back Ryan Hernandez into the box. Cronier. Very interesting stance out on the mound. Kind of hunched over. Then comes full straight. And then winds and deals. That one inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. So it's interesting to watch for those of you watching along on YouTube Live. As once again, Cronier setting in the box, or setting on the mound, excuse me. He gets the sign he wants, comes straight back up on the mound, checks the runner at second twice now, winds and deals, connected on right towards the third baseman, picked up and thrown over to first, and they will get the out, keeping the runner on second base. So a great play there by Preston Moore to keep the runner on second base. 1 for 3 goes Hernandez, and that brings up Kyle Johnson. Johnson 0 for 3, a strikeout and a fielder's choice. See what the Pioneers pitcher can do here. Severino Cronier coming right in, getting 2 quick outs. And now he's done it right through the heart of the order as well, as he needs to get this third out and put the Pioneers back in possession of their destiny at the top of the 9th. That one's high, 1 ball, no strikes. As again, Severino Cronier heads back to the mound, looking in. Gets the sign, comes set. He will wind and deal. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. So, Cronier looking in. Trying to get an explanation, I guess, on where that one missed. As he steps on the mound. Looks in for the sign. Runner on second. Not too big a lead, but a little bit bigger. So, Cronier checks on the runner. That one is popped up. This should do it for the bottom of the 8th inning. Coming in, the left fielder, or right fielder, grabs it, and that will do it. Cronier comes in and makes quick work of the 3, 4, 5 batters, as that puts the Pioneers back up in the top of the 9th. Pioneers tied 2-2 going into the final inning of play. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and now the Pioneers head back to the plate. Quinn Buffington will stand in. Buffington, no official at-bats here tonight. 3 bases on balls. Does have a stolen base to his credit, as he will look to alter the pace of this game, trying to push his way back through. The pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. As now Buffington trying to reach base for the 4th time tonight. Hasn't done it with an official at bat yet, as he's reached every time on the base on balls. That one in there for a strike, 1-1. Here in the top of the 9th. Pioneers 2, Diamond Dogs 2. Buffington waiting on the pitch. The windup, delivery, and in there for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Severino Cronier came in and saved the day for the Pioneers. Had a runner on second as Jacob Josie could not move. 3 balls, 1 strike. And was left stranded at second as Severino Cronier worked through Carpenter, Hernandez, and Johnson in the bottom of the 8th in unbelievably quick fashion. The lineup and the pitch. High, ball 4. Buffington for the 4th time tonight will take the trip to first. That brings up Bryce Moskowitz. Moskowitz 0 for 3 on the night. Does have a base on ball. So Moskowitz looking for the sign. We'll see what he does here, as Richardson and Granger scheduled to follow here in the top of the 9th inning. Moskowitz looking. He bunts and will head off. That'll move Buffington to second, and with the quick out there, Moskowitz with a perfectly executed sac bunt. And that'll bring up Richardson. Richardson 0 for 3 on the day. Does have 2 strikeouts, but Buffington now in scoring position. So the Pioneers definitely happy about the sac bunt there. Executed perfectly. Buffington got all the way to second. Was looking for a chance to move it along even further. As again, Pioneers threatening out there at second base. The line, the pitch. Big swing there from Moskowitz on the first pitch he sees. As now you're hearing the motivation from the third base coach there. Moskowitz steps back in. He awaits the pitch. This one, Carson Kuhn still on the mound. Thought we were going to see a new pitcher, but did not. As once again, the line, the pitch, popped up there by Moskowitz and back towards the stands. So, Kuhn will head back. No balls, 2 strikes, runner on second, 1 out, as the Pioneers trying to put that lead back in their favor. So, another chance here as Richardson waits. Kuhn checks the runner at second again, winds, delivers, and gets by the runner. That's going to get Buffington to third, and 1 ball, 2 strike count as Richardson now has a go-ahead run 90 feet from home plate. You know Richardson would love to be responsible for putting that run in, as we'll see what he can do here. Even a fly ball would score the run from third. Richardson looking. The pitch comes in and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The entire infield playing very defensively here, as the entire Diamond Dogs infield plays on the grass. What I've referenced this year as a prevent defense, if you will. The windup, the pitch is low and gets in the catcher's legs, but not by him. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Can't ask for anything more here. If you're Kyle Richardson, now you just got to turn it into a productive move here, whether that's a walk or getting even and out if you can manage to put it somewhere where Quinn Buffington can cross the plate. The windup, the pitch, outside, ball 4. Richardson will take the walk, and that brings up Granger. No, excuse me. That will bring up Jeff Mejia, I believe. Getting some discussion here. So Mejia being sent down to substitute for Richardson. As now I believe we're going to get that new pitcher I talked about before. So we'll see a couple of changes here as Granger is going to face a brand new pitcher. Jeff Mejia goes out there. And now the new pitcher coming in looks like he's wearing 28. That would be Connor Stapleton. Stapleton, a junior from Concordia, 6'4", 235 from Staten Island, New York. Let's see if we have any stats on him yet. He does have a win. He's been in 3 games, pitched just 3 innings, allowed a base on balls, and has credit for a save. So Stapleton comes in. We'll step aside as he gets warmed up, and we'll be right back here on Mixlr.com. All right, and we are back here live at Veterans Memorial Park. As once again, Zach Granger will head for the dish. 0 for 3. Runners at the corners, first and third. As the new pitcher comes in, talked about him before we went to break there, Connor Stapleton. He's got a 1-0 record. He's just pitched 3 innings and has a save as well. So we'll see what Stapleton can do here as Granger steps in as just the third baseman now playing in on the infield. Possibly trying to work that double play out here. Not as worried. And that's in there for a strike on Granger. Granger in there, one of a very few who hasn't struck out here tonight. He and Buffington and Moskowitz, the only 3 in the 9 that haven't struck out, as Mejia has taken over at first base. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mejia go here, as that's a swinging strike. 0-2 the count. Thought we might see Mejia go, trying to entice the throw and bring Buffington home. So, Granger stepping back in the box. 0-2. As now Granger calls for time. So, Buffington at third, Mejia at first, Granger at the plate. The pitch is on its way high, and 1 ball, 2 strikes. So again, we'll see what the Pioneers choose to do here. A runner 90 feet from home, and that runner the potential go-ahead run here. Tie game, 2-2. As again, stepping off was Stapleton. Stapleton steps back on the mound. Granger looking to get something done here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The windup and the pitch. Mejia is off outside, and Mejia will get into second safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Granger stays alive. So a very smart play there by the catcher, not throwing down. Otherwise, Buffington would have been home. So again, Granger has runners 2 in scoring position now, as they are at second and third. Granger waits. All the infield back on the infield grass. Bounces, and the umpire says Granger went. Granger did not agree. He's arguing the call, And that will be the first strikeout of the night for Zach Granger, going 0 for 4. And bring up Andrew Sexton. Sexton with 2 outs. He's 0 for 4 on the night. The golden sombrero. As now he just looks to put a ball in play. And if he can get a single here, or if a ball can sneak past the catcher, Buffington may be able to get in. Buffington fakes the steal of home. That one's connected on and is popped up. This is going to fall right into the glove of the center fielder. And the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs are going to come back up with a chance to win the game. As now we'll see what Neftali Severino Cronier can do in the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 ball game. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so that'll bring up Dylan Clock. Clock, 1 for 2 on the night, has a base on balls. Severino Cronier will be looking to push this one to extras. As Clock comes up, Cronier winds, he deals that one high, 1 ball, no strikes. So again, Pioneers tied 2-2, bottom of the ninth. The wind, the pitch, and high again, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, as the Pioneers try to push this one towards extra innings. We talked about a rapid pace in this game. It certainly slowed here a bit late, as that one is in there for ball 3. 3-0 from Cronier. So the PGCBL Player of the Week, Dylan Clock, 1 for 2, base on balls, looking for a second as he takes strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And again, Clock comes set. So the wind and pitch from Cronier. Big swinging strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. As once again, Clock leading off the inning, even though the scoreboard that you all can see still says 2 outs. The windup, the pitch, and connected on there by Clock, driven out there towards right and caught. So Clock goes down 1 for 3, as that'll bring up Ryan Keenan. Keenan 1 for 3, has hit into a double play, does have an RBI. So Keenan steps in with 1 out now. As again, Diamond Dogs trying to finish off this game. The Pioneers trying to prolong it into extra innings. The windup, the pitch, in there for a strike from Cronier. So Cronier returns back to the mound. As once again, the windup and the pitch. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, another Tioga Downs showdown. So we remind you to stop by Tioga Downs and check out the brand new hotel. Great place to stay and to have your fun. The windup and the pitch. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. So Pioneers got tied up late here, a run in the 7th, a run in the 8th after an amazing performance from Noah Rubino. Rubino pitched 6 innings, and you couldn't have asked for any better work out of your starter. Big swing there, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As once again, Pioneers looking to get through this bottom of the ninth. Grenier looking in. He gets the sign. The windup and the pitch. Big swinging strike. He strikes out the second batter as Keenan goes down 1 for 4. Now he's got a strikeout. And that'll bring up CJ Rodriguez. As he heads up, Rodriguez 0 for 2. Has a base on balls on the night. So Rodriguez stepping back in. The windup and the pitch from Cronier in there for a strike. 0-1. As again, Cronier heads back to the mound. He looks in, comes set, winds and deals. In there for strike number 2. 0-2 the count. Pioneers 1 strike away from forcing extra innings here tonight. Cronier gets the sign. He comes set, winds and deals. Connected on and caught by the third baseman, Preston Moore. We're going to the top of the 10th. Keep it right here. You're listening to the Pioneers on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, we're here at the top of the 10th. First time this season we've said that, folks, as now the Pioneers getting set for free baseball. As I said, first time they've seen that this season, as we'll see what they can do here. As once again, Pioneers heading to the top of the 10th. Starting it off, going to be Berg back out there for his 5th trip to the dish. Again, just like his previous batter, Sexton 0 for the night. Sexton went 0 for 5 with that flyout, so finally didn't hit the strikeout there, but as now that one's thrown down. See what the Pioneers can get done here. Nathan Berg steps up 0 for 4. He'll be followed by Preston Moore and Mason Ruhlman, 2, 3, 4 in the Pioneers batting order. So, Berg steps back in. He waits. Pitcher comes set, winds and deals. Berg connects on the first pitch, and that one goes foul. So, 0-1. Berg steps back into the batter's box. Looking out. Pitcher looks in. Berg waiting. The pitch comes in again, and in there for strike number 2. 0-2 the count. As again, just has not been a positive night for the top half of the batting order. Stapleton comes set. Winds and deals. Low. So, again, 1-2 the count. No outs. As Stapleton continues to deal here. Stapleton winds and deals. Connected on by Berg. Hit out towards the outfield. Hanging up there, and the center fielder has the read on it, and will grab that one for out number 1. Berg flies out, but moves to 0 for 5. That'll bring in Preston Moore. Moore 2 for 4 on the night so far. 2 singles. As Moore looks to get things started here with 1 out. Stapleton still out there on the mound. Moore waiting. Stapleton looking in. He winds and deals. Connected on by Moore, but that one's going to go foul. 0-1. So Moore yet again. Coming back set. Stapleton will step back on the rubber, and he takes a look into his catcher looking for the sign. As Stapleton comes set out on the mound. He winds and deals. Big swinging strike there by Preston Moore. 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on Preston Moore. As the Pioneers' third baseman trying to get something started here. The wind, the pitch, connected on by Moore, hit out there behind second base, and will get down. So Moore gets another single and moves to 3 for 5 on the night. And that will bring up Mason Ruhlman. Ruhlman stepping back in. Runner on first. Looking for a gap hit anywhere. Would love to move Moore along. As Ruhlman steps back into the batter's box. This will be his first attempt against Stapleton. Ruhlman waiting. The windup and pitch. Low gets away, and Moore is going to get to second, so already into scoring position, Preston Moore. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out. Moore stands at second base now. Ruhlman love to find a way on base, and if he could drive in Preston Moore, would be a huge move for the Pioneers. Mohawk Valley's pitcher Stapleton comes set. He winds, he delivers, and in there for a strike. 1-1-1. Another Tioga Down showdown. Ruhlman stepping back in. Taps his bat on the plate. He waits. Stapleton now coming set. Ruhlman ready. Stapleton winds, delivers, and in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ruhlman will step back in. Here in the top of the 10th, tie game, 2-2. Pioneers threatening with a runner on second base. Ruhlman waiting. The pitch. Fouled away there by Ruhlman as that one gets back and into the parking lot. Remind you once again, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber collision. As now, Ruhlman getting himself set as Stapleton looking in. Stapleton, very intimidating presence out there on the mound. A lot of body out there. As, again, Stapleton comes set. He checks the runner at second. The delivery. Hit there by Ruhlman and straight up into the lights and down right behind me here. As that one is saved by the pitchers standing around here, making sure it didn't hit me. So thank you guys. Appreciate that. As once again, the Pioneer second baseman will go back to work. That one hit off the roof behind me. Seems like another good time to mention, make the right decision, insist on Gerber collision and auto glass. As once again, Mason Ruhlman stepping in here. Runner on second. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out count. The pitch is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As the Pioneers look to drive in that run from second. Again, Ruhlman waiting. Pitcher comes set. Staring back at the runner at second. Now he deals and inside gets by. That's going to move the runner to third. And now Ruhlman has a 3-2 count. A lot of pressure on Connor Stapleton, the junior from Concordia. As now there's a runner just 90 feet from home. And Mason Ruhlman has a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Brings all the infield in on the grass. Ruhlman doesn't generally hit little soft balls anywhere. He tends to put a lot on them. But They're all pretty tight here on the infield. So we'll see what Roman can do as Stapleton staring in. You hear the Pioneers bench getting a little bit rowdy here as Roman waits, pitches in, fouled back, and hits the fence behind home plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Roman would love to see another pass ball or to put the bat on the ball and put it somewhere out in the outfield. If he can do that, that will guarantee the go-ahead run will cross the board. We're live here at Veterans Memorial Park. I'm John Clement as once again, Roman at the dish. That one's connected on. If it stays fair, that is going to be problems as no, it's dropped. Almost caught there by the right fielder. Had it been caught, that would have allowed for the tag too. So good play there by the right fielder, not making the grab. As Roman will get another chance. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The entire Pioneers bench was hoping that one would stay fair. As now Roman gets set again. Roman waiting. Stapleton shakes off the first sign. Now he's ready to go. He waits, winds, deals, and that's ball 4. Roman will head to first. Runners at the corners. That'll bring up Trey Harmon. Harmon 1 for 4, has a strikeout on the night. All Harmon has to do is put a ball anywhere. There's runners on first and third. See what Harmon can do here. Only 1 out. Pioneers with 2 runners on. Harmon at the dish. Stapleton gets the sign. He winds and deals. Harmon takes strike number 1. 0-1. So the Pioneers trying to get through this top of the 10th. They would love to put a run in here. As once again, Harmon gets set. He waits on the pitch. Stapleton looking in. The windup and the pitch. Harmon with a big swing, but that's in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Roman still on first. Some signs coming down to the first baseman, or the second baseman standing on first, as now Roman taking a look at Stapleton. Harmon waiting as Stapleton winds, deals, and in there for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Signs still coming. There's 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trey Harmon steps back in at the dish. Harmon 1 for 4, does have a strikeout on the night. Would love to put a ball anywhere and drive in that run from third. Preston Moore standing just 90 feet away. That one swung on and missed as Harmon goes down on strikes for the second time here tonight. So that brings up Quinn Buffington. Buffington has not had an official at bat as of yet. 4 base on balls and a stolen base. See what he can do here. Runner on first and third. Buffington looking out. The weight of the moment sitting here on the center fielder. That one in there for a strike. As Buffington, with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, is 1 for 4 on the season. Buffington waits. Stapleton comes set. He winds, delivers. Taken for strike number 2, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs apiece. Runners on the corners. Pioneers 1 hit away from getting their lead back. Once again, the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that will get the Diamond Dogs to the bottom half of the 10th as Buffington finally registers an at bat and it goes for a strikeout. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 10th here on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, we are back here in the bottom of the 10th, 2-2. Mohawk Valley coming up now, as we will see what Neftali Severino Cronier can do here in his third inning of work. He comes up. Certainly the onus on him, as we will see what he can do here. We look out. Hold on just a second here. I think we might be seeing some changes. As coming up to the plate now, Nick Simillo, the freshman from Manhattan. Simillo from Airmont, New York, as he steps into the dish. The pitch is high, 1-0. So Simillo, as I look for stats on him, 6 hits, 28 at bats, 214 the batting average. Leading off an inning, he is 2 for 6, 333, as he takes a strike there. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. So Simillo looking to end this game here for the Diamond Dogs. That one is thrown inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Cronier looks to keep dealing. Has done very well since coming into the game back in the 9th inning. Swing and a miss there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As once again, Cronier will come set. He winds, delivers. This one is hit high and hard out towards center field, but should be an easy play and is. So far so good as Buffington reels that one in. As now, once again, Severino Cronier looking to make another out as Justin Guerrera heads up. Guerrera 2 for 4 on the night, 2 strikeouts. See what the Pioneers hurler can do. As Cronier winds, deals, and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. So, another attempt here. 1-0, thrown in. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here as the Pioneers pitch to the leadoff batter, Guerrera. Guerrera again, 2 for 4. Cronier winds up, delivers. Ball 3, just missed there, 3-0. As Guerrera eventually came around to score the tying run, as that one's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. So another attempt here. Guerrera just looking to get on base. The windup, the pitch, in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. As Cronier looking to move through yet another inning. Cronier winds, he delivers, swings, no, fouled away according to the umpire, as that one will keep the count the same. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So, not sure what that was, but again, music being played pretty regularly here. The next pitch is fouled back up and into the fence. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So again, Guerrera trying to stay alive. A little bit of hockey music being played now. As once again, Cronier looking in. He's got the sign. Begins his windup, delivers. Chopped up and popped up there behind second base. And will be caught and played there by the second baseman, Mason Ruhlman. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. So that'll put Guerrera 2 for 5. And now Jacob Josie 1 for 4. 2 strikeouts on the night. Josie comes back. The windup and pitch from Cronier. Hammered down the third baseline and gets away from the third baseman, Preston Moore. Josie's going to be safe. So, Another opportunity here for Joseph Carpenter, the number 3 man in the order. Very similar situation to earlier, as Josie stood on second at that point, and 3, 4, 5 were coming up. Carpenter 0 for 4 today. We've discussed his power, as we'll see what he can do here against Cronier. Cronier winds, delivers, strike one. No balls, one strike here. So Cronier goes back to the mound. Josie sitting off first base. The pitch popped up again and should be playable. And it's caught by the Pioneers catcher. That will do it for the bottom of the 10th. Folks, we're heading to the 11th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so another new pitcher for the Mohawk Valley team, as entering the game will be Tyler Facenda. Facenda, 6'0", 200 pounds, from Lafayette, a sophomore. Denville, New Jersey native. So far this year, as we look at the stat sheet, 491. He's pitched in 2 games, 3.2 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 base on balls. Does have 4 strikeouts on his ledger, however. So we'll see what the Pioneers can do against Facenda as the scoreboard clears here as we go to the 11th. It would appear as though the next batter will continue to be Moskowitz. Has had a heck of a game catching. As there's a mix-up here in the announcing booth, Moskowitz 0 for 3 on the night, base on balls, caught stealing, and has a stolen base now. So again, Moskowitz steps back in as he will wait. The windup and the pitch connected on, right back out into the outfield, and Moskowitz will get in there. So far so good for the Pioneers here at the top. Richardson, who was replaced with a pinch runner, means Jeff Mejia will show up next as he steps into the dish. Obviously 0 for the night, as he hasn't had to hit yet. So Mejia steps in, replacing Richardson, who was 0 for 3. Had 2 strikeouts and a base on balls. As now Mejia waits. He shows bunt and pulls back. 1-0 the count. Third baseman ready to charge in, as Mejia trying to move Moskowitz to scoring position. See what the Pioneers can do here. The windup and high again. 2 balls, no strikes. Good eye by Mejia, as you hear his teammates rooting him on. The Pioneers trying to put a runner in scoring position. They have an error on the day now after that last half inning. The pitch again in there, this time for a strike, as Mejia pulled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now we'll see what he chooses to do here, if he goes back to bunting or if he moves to trying to swing for a hit. Runner still sitting on first base. The windup, the pitch, and in there again for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Mejia's not going to have any choice. He's going to have to try to connect with the ball. And you have to imagine Moskowitz has to be looking to move to second base, as a ground ball could be fatal here. Once again, the pitch in there for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. So nothing more you can look for here, as Mejia has to be defensive. If it's outside the zone, take the walk, move the runner to second platonically. If not, try to defend it, as that one is in there for ball 4. Mejia draws a walk, and now that will bring up Granger in the order as the third base coach heads down. I believe we're going to see a substitution, as heading into the game will be Garrett Schultz. Schultz, the freshman to be at Xavier, been a heck of a player in his high school career. He certainly had some big plays here in the first few games for the Elmira Pioneers. See what he can do, as he's got runners on first and second. The Pioneers trying to put themselves back ahead in this one, here in the top of the 11th. Schultz waiting. He's looking out. The windup and pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Nobody out. No balls. 1 strike. Schultz getting set. The wind. The attempted bunt. Schultz puts it down. A bobbled play there by the first baseman. He does manage to move the runners on to second and third, as Schultz lays down a perfect bunt that almost ate up the first baseman. So good play by Schultz. He'll certainly get high fives from his teammates on the way back as he advances the runners to second and third. That brings up Sexton. Sexton 0 for 5. 4 strikeouts in the game. If he can get a hold of a ball and put it anywhere, then that will get a run in. We'll see. Sexton waits. That one in there for a strike. No balls. 1 strike. As again, Sexton will come set. He waits on the pitcher. Coming in again. Facenda looking, delivering. Connected on. That one's going to get foul. No balls. 2 strikes. So Sexton going to be looking to straighten that one out a little bit. Would love to get it out of the infield. That would definitely score the run from third. Andrew Sexton waiting. Facenda comes set on the mound. He winds and deals low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good eye on Sexton, as once again, the Pioneers threatening. Seem to say that a lot, just haven't found the success afterwards. Sexton waiting. Facenda comes set. He steps off the mound now. And the bench calling for a balk. As now, once again, they will have a conversation out at the mound. Facenda and the catcher will talk. Pioneers bench, as I said, was looking for a balk on that call. That would have driven the run in real quick. With Sexton still up at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just looking to connect on something, drive it out of the infield. If you can get it either in a gap or right through the infield, you're almost guaranteed to score the run from third. Facenda looking. Gets a sign, comes set. He winds and deals. Sexton takes that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, Pioneers, runners on second and third. Tie ball game, 2-2, as we are here in the top of the 11th. Facenda comes set. He winds and deals, and in there for a ball. 3-2, full count, as that one was as close as you can get. Sexton waiting. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Sexton waits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Sexton goes down for the 5th time on strikeouts, as that'll bring up Nathan Berg. Berg 0 for 5 as well. The fielders will return back to their normal depth, as Berg, now with 2 outs, needs a hit here, or You never know. You could see a passed ball. That one is fouled back. 0-1 the count. Hoping something can go the Pioneers' way. Tyler Facenda. I don't think we've seen much of a pass ball from him, but you never know. First time for everything. Facenda delivers. In there for a ball. 1 strike. 2 outs. Pioneers with runners 90 and 180 feet away from home. Would love to get them both in. Facenda comes set. He winds and deals. Berg, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, Pioneers just trying to drive in a run here. No success as of yet, and it does appear, looking down towards the bullpen, nobody is up, so could be Cronier's inning again here in the bottom of the 11th. The pitch connected on by Berg. This one flies out towards right and will be caught as Berg will go 0 for 6 on the night. So, when we come back, the Pioneers go back to work. Cronier was trying to head out to the mound quickly. I don't know if we're going to see a change here, but he's called back momentarily. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so it's Severino Cronier's inning yet again as he will look to make his way through the bottom of the 11th and force a top of the 12th. So, throw down, and now the Pioneers are getting set and ready to go yet again. That'll bring up the designated hitter Ryan Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 3, has a base on balls, and that's about it as of this point. So, Cronier will look in as the Diamond Dogs looking to put an end to this one. The windup and the pitch connected on and hit back towards the parking lot. So once again, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As again, coming in, Ryan Hernandez. Hernandez waiting. Cronier looking in. He winds, delivers, and outside. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We remind you once again, the Pioneers are back at home tomorrow night. They'll wind up the pitch and another swinging strike there for Cronier. He's been getting them to bite, but don't want to miss a moment of Pioneers baseball as the Geneva Red Wings come into historic Dunn Field as the Pioneers come home. The windup and the pitch, swinging strike again as Hernandez goes down on strikes. So Hernandez moves to 1-4 on the night. Kyle Johnson coming up next, 0 for 4, strikeout and reached on a fielder's choice. As we'll see, Cronier, this was the last batter he faced back in the 8th inning. The windup, the pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. So again, both sides battling back and forth as we're already here in the bottom of the 11th. The windup and pitch connected on, hit quite a ways, and caught by the left fielder. So down goes Johnson again, a long, hard out. As 0 for 5 goes Johnson. Dylan Clock will be the next one up. 1 for 3 with a base on balls. So Clock steps in as he looks out. Getting into the box as Severino Cronier stares in. Comes set, winds, and deals in there for a strike. 0-1. Severino Cronier waiting. Continues to stare in. Comes set, winds, and deals. Connected back and over and into the parking lot again. So once again, a reminder, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Cronier looks to move it to the top of the 12th. The windup and the pitch. Swinging strike, and he has done it. Cronier gets the strikeout here against Dylan Clock, and the Pioneers head to the top of the 12th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, the Pioneers getting set for the top of the 12th. So a lot of free baseball here tonight, folks, and I'll tell you what, Neftali Severino Cronier, certainly with an amazing performance here, pitching all the way from the 8th inning through the 11th in relief. No one warming up quite yet, so I would assume the bottom of the 12th is his as well. Starting off the top half of the 12th, though, we are going to see Preston Moore. Did we get a new pitcher yet again? We did. The Georgia College freshman, the left-hander Luke Scudeleri, 6'1", 190 pounds from Roswell, Georgia. Scudeleri, 5.40 ERA, 3 games pitched in, 3.1 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 bases on balls, and 8 strikeouts. So we'll see what he can do here. Nobody warming for the Pios in the bullpen yet, so I'm going to assume it's going to be Severino Cronier's inning. As now, may be mistaken. See Cam Redding jogging down there. So we may have a pitcher in the works. As coming up, Preston Moore. Moore on the night, 3 for 5, has a strikeout. Otherwise, a pretty good night. He's been on base quite a lot here, especially late. As the windup, the pitch, strike 1. As you see, Severino Cronier heading down with a backpack. I assume his day has completed. And what a day it was. Windup in the pitch. Another swinging strike there on Preston Moore. Moore looking to get this top of the 12th started. As once again, the windup and the pitch. Fouled away there by Moore. Back into the parking lot. Remind you once again, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision. So another opportunity here for Moore, as he's the first one to face this pitcher. The windup, the pitch, popped back up. This is going to be in on the infield. might be lost here as backing up, dropped in, and getting through all the way to second base on the error. A great base running play there by Preston Moore, who's going to reach on an error as he goes 3 for 6. But he's reached on an error and he's out at second now as Mason Ruhlman heads in. We'll see what Ruhlman can do. That one certainly got lost in the night sky. Scudellari looked like he should have had an easy play there, but it ate him up. And that put Preston Moore out on second base. Here in the top of the 12th. As again, Ruhlman waits in there for ball one. They want to get the runner in and around, as we'll see what the Pioneers can do here in the top of the 12th. The windup and the pitch. High, 2 balls, no strikes. As Ruhlman getting set again. He waits. Stares out towards Scudellari. Scudellari winds, delivers. In there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Moore continues to stand on second base. Ruhlman looking. Staring daggers out there towards Scudellari. Scudellari winds, delivers. Ruhlman pops one up. And again, it's popped up high in the air and will drop in foul as the third baseman tried to get there, was unable to do so. That was Kyle Johnson. Looks to be okay as 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Ruhlman will go back to work. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on second. Ruhlman would love to see one fall in for him as well. On the day, 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts and 2 base on balls. Ruhlman comes set. Scudellari. He sets, looks back at second, winds, delivers, and in there for a strike. Ruhlman will take a seat as now with 1 out. Ruhlman has 3 strikeouts on the day. That brings up Trey Harmon. Harmon 1 for 5, 2 strikeouts on the day. Looking to find a gap anywhere. The Pioneers set up here. Line up the pitch. Harmon fouls it back towards the parking lot. As we remind you again, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber collision. So Harmon stepping back in. Comes set. Staring out at Scudellari. Scudellari checks the runner at second. He winds and deals inside on Trey Harmon. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. Remind you once again, it's the only place to catch horse-drawn carriage racing. Back out at Tioga Downs, always a fun night, whether you're gambling or not. Harmon waiting. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pioneers battling here. As Harmon waits. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Scudellari checks the runner at second. Winds, delivers. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the Pioneers wait again. Harmon waits. Steps back into the box. Looking for connection here. That's all he needs. Drive a ball anywhere. As the wind, the pitch high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball away from getting on. 1 perfect pitch away from putting the ball anywhere and trying to move along the runner, Preston Moore. Quinn Buffington on deck. He will get up here in the top half of the 12th. As the wind and the pitch. High. Harmon will walk. And now the Pioneers have runners on first and second for Quinn Buffington. Buffington 0 for 1, 4 base on balls, and a stolen base on the night. So Buffington steps in. Pioneers have not scored a run since back in the 4th inning. Buffington waits. The pitch. High. 1 ball. No strikes. Only 1 out. on the Pioneers thus far. So Buffington waits. 1 ball, no strikes. Scudellari delivers. Swung on, hit, down, still, no, they say it hit Buffington on the comeback. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tioga down, showdown yet again. So Buffington will step back in. Buffington looking, runners at first and second. Scudellari gets the sign, he comes set. Looks back towards second, winds and deals. As Buffington came around, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. So Scudellari trying to get an out here as the Pioneers are threatening once again. And as I said, we've said that quite a bit here tonight. The wind, the pitch, high, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Quinn Buffington trying to move the runners along. See what he can do here. He's 0 for 1 on the night with 4 base on balls. The windup and the pitch. Swinging strike, and Buffington will take a seat as he goes 0 for 2. 4 base on balls, 2 strikeouts, and that'll bring up Moskowitz. Moskowitz 0 for 3. Does have a base on balls, as Moskowitz would love to find a gap anywhere. Moskowitz waiting. Scudellari waiting for the sign. He's got it. Now he comes set. The pitch. Moskowitz went 0-1. That one bounced in the dirt, but umpire said he went, so we've got a no ball, 1 strike count, 2 outs. As once again, few gaps with the second baseman holding on the runner at second. And again, the windup and the pitch in there low, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the Pioneers continue to try to find a way to break through, they have had runners in scoring position so many times tonight and just unable to do anything with it. So again, coming set, Scudellari throws it in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As they're looking for just a hit out of Moskowitz here. Big gap there to the right. Moskowitz waits, the windup, delivery, Moskowitz swings, and that will do it for the top half of the 12th. As the Pioneers will go back to the field one more time and try to work their way back to a top of the 13th. You're listening to the Pioneers here on Mixlr.com. All right, so some lineup changes for your Pioneers. Trey Harmon moves to the pitching mound, and coming in will be Trevor Henneman to take over first base duties. And that will kick Mejia out of the game as The pitcher will stay in his spot there down at the 5th part of the order, and replacing Mejia at DH will be Henneman, who's now playing first base. So, Pioneers throw down, and we're here in the bottom of the 12th. We'll see what the Pioneers can do here to try to get themselves on to the top of the 13th. Harmon gets out there on the mound. This will put in Ryan Keenan. Keenan, 1 for 4, has hit into a double play, struck out. Does have an RBI. Clearly shouldn't be able to do that again here. Keenan waiting. The wind, the pitch. In there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Harmon has been in the game for the entirety of it as a first baseman. Now pitching. He winds in there. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So certainly a new approach here. As the Pioneers do have a game again tomorrow. The pitch in there. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. As Harmon now has to find the strike zone here. Certainly doesn't want to put anybody on. So, Harmon sets and deals. In there, ball 4. 4 balls. 4 straight as Harmon puts a runner on first. And that'll bring up the catcher, CJ Rodriguez, who has a base on balls today. Hasn't ended up getting into some trouble here late as Trey Harmon. The pitch trying to throw that one for the bunt as 1-0 the count, as apparently it was pulled back. So Rodriguez coming set again. They want to move Keenan along as Rodriguez, that one is fouled away for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we'll see. Some conversation from the third base coach. They wind up here from Harmon. He delivers. High, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike from Trey Harmon. As again, CJ Rodriguez comes back set. Harmon checks the runner at first. Gets set, winds, and deals. And there's the bunt down the first base line, and it's going to roll foul, and it does. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As now, this will handcuff Rodriguez. He'll have to swing the bat now. Otherwise, risk the strikeout if he fouls it off again on a bunt attempt. So we'll see what he does here, as once again, Harmon on the mound. He's played first base throughout the first 11 innings of this game. Now here in the 12th, has moved to the pitcher's mound. That one is connected on, hit there towards right center, and is caught by the right fielder. Thrown back in quickly, so 1 out. That will bring up Owen Wasliger. So, Wasliger 0 for 3. No, excuse me, Nick Samillo. My apologies. I forgot he had replaced Wasliger. So Nick Samillo heads up to the plate. As the delivery in there for a strike by Trey Harmon. So Harmon is in here now, trying to work his way through this bottom half of the inning and push the Pioneers to the top of the 13th. Runner on first, 1 out. The delivery connected, driven out there towards right center, and it's gone. That'll do it. So the Pioneers are going to fall here as a walk-off home run by Nick Samillo cements the game, and the Pioneers will lose this one 4-2. So the game goes to the bottom of the 12th inning. You couldn't ask for much more out of the Pioneers. a great attempt as they will head to work tomorrow night again, as that one will take place live from Dunn Field. Come down, get your tickets. It'll be a fun night. We promise. Always is down at Dunn Field. Thank you so much for sticking with me all the way here through the bottom of the 12th. Pioneers still can't come through on the road and are still looking for answers. We're sure they'll find it. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Good night, Elmira. I'm John Clement. We'll talk to you tomorrow.